You ain't on nothing, Kurt. Stop playing, man. Straight up. Ain't
Who?
none of that happening. Because
Who
if
ain't on nothing?
Kurt, because if it was happening, you wouldn't be Kurt, because if it was happening, you wouldn't be talking about it.
It's a pattern with y'all. We get it. We get it, Mark. I don't feel bad for y'all. I get it. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, know this. Nothing you're going to say tonight is going to defeat me. Because you and none of these motherfuckers on this live don't make me who I am. I make myself who I am when I came to this country. So I don't care if you want to call me goofy, stupid, something is wrong with me. One thing you will never fucking see me do is do off the shit that y'all motherfuckers do. Running in stores, stealing fucking clothes, living off the fucking system, and a whole host of fucking things.
You ain't on
Yeah,
that.
you don't
Kurt.
know that. Speak for you. Yeah, you speak for yourself, man. You don't know me like that.
You ain't
speak
on
for
that
yourself.
time, Kurt. The people at Truckstop then teamed up with the boy Mark the Mentor. Are you ready to take your trucking business to the next level? With Truckstop Pro, you get access to the best load board in the game, giving you the tools to find higher paying loads and streamline your operation. And right now, you can try the Pro plan free for 30 days, a $159 value. Click the link in the description to claim your free Pro plan and start making smarter moves for your trucking business today.
Warning. The following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
What's going on? What's going on? Good night. Good night. What's going on? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notification. How's everybody doing this Saturday night, Sunday morning? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. What we got? Who we got? Shout out to SD Walk in the building, representing. Shout out to Go MGM. Shout out to Kelvin representing that MGM. Excuse me. Shout out to who else we got? Manny Fresh. What's going on? Representing DC. What's up? Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to T Beezy. Who else we got in here on this late night creep? I see you. All right. Episode 4. Shout out to No Feelings, No Emotions. What's good? Episode 4 of After Dark. After Dark with Mark. I think that last one we did, what was that, Wednesday morning? Was that Wednesday morning or was that Thursday morning? I think it was Wednesday morning. We went from like midnight to like 5:30 a.m. We had a couple special guests. Really good live. I didn't know I could garner so many people in the middle of the night. We had 100 people watching in the middle of the night, which is I didn't think I could do it, but I was able to do it. So shout out to everybody that was here the other night. Tonight we want to cook up. Actually, I had another topic I wanted to talk about. I wanted to touch on another topic, but I was researching it and I just decided to stay away from it because I didn't want to come off judgmental. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to do like trucking content, and I can be what some people may think is harsh, or I can make certain forecasts and some people think when I make these certain forecasts initially I'm being mean and harsh, and then the person comes back a month or two later and tells me I'm right. It's easier for me to do that confidently because I got experience in this industry. But when you kind of dive off into like real world situations, you know, my thoughts are my thoughts, and some people may, you know, just feel differently, which they have a right to, but I don't know. But anyway, it's this situation that happened in Detroit that I kind of wanted to touch on. And I was going to do the reaction to it, and I was going to react to like the mom of the kids and the father of the kids when he got interviewed from the news, and I decided ultimately to just stay away from it. Because my views on both the mother and the dad, based off the um, news reports that I saw and the ones that I listened to where they interviewed them live, I got my views. It may come off judgmental, so I decided I'm just gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm not gonna even talk on that. But tonight I am gonna discuss uh sacrifices. Sacrifices. I think I want to talk about sacrifices tonight. And something that I just don't see people doing. They don't want to do, and when you bring it up, they kind of shy away from the conversation. Or when I listen to these guys call up on a call-in show, uh, you don't really hear about the sacrifices. You hear about the money spent, especially on dumb shit. And a lot of that dumb shit is things that I think ultimately people can sacrifice so they can get what they want. We talk a bunch, a lot, I should say, about the misinformation, how people are misled, how people come into this industry thinking that it's sweet, and then they get hit with that harsh reality. You know, I think that's where I get a lot of flack from a lot of novice because I give them that harsh reality, and they've already been sold that hope. And to a lot of people nowadays, hope is relatable, but hope is cool, but you still have to have a strategy and you have to have a plan. The Bible say faith without works is dead. The Bible say faith without works is dead. And the works part is what a lot of people aren't willing to do on top of not making the sacrifices. So at the end of the day, when you're going to talk about cross-border content between US and Canada, this ain't a cross-border content channel. Cross-border content regarding what? Tariffs? I'm gonna be honest with you. Tariffs, I don't really care about. It's my honest opinion. If the price of food goes up, so be it. If it goes down, so be it. Either way, if the price goes up and it's a essential that I need, I'm gonna buy it. I don't get like I'll report on certain things and I'll talk about certain things, but at the end of the day, I think the people that watch my channel cross border Canada and US, if you're talking about like tariffs and things of that nature, I don't I don't I don't I don't think that is going to help the people that watch my channel uh, right away. I think they need solutions, business solutions, things that they can implement today or tomorrow. Um, that information is good, but this ain't really a political channel like that. Like I said, I report on certain news that ultimately affects the trucking industry as a whole, but then sitting down doing episodes where I'm going to dissect that's just not what my audience, it's not what we do over here. Today I'm talking about sacrifice. You know why I'm talking about sacrifice tonight? Because I see a lot of people not making the sacrifices. I see a lot of people wanting to, you know, be successful, right? But I don't see them making the sacrifices. Last year we talked a lot about cost per mile. You know why we talked about cost per mile and I stayed on it? Because a lot of people don't know it. How many people call up on a call and show you ask them what they cost is? I don't know. Understanding your cost is an issue, more so of an issue for people that follow my channel than 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 content about USA and Canada, whatever. So yeah. All right, so tonight I want to talk about sacrifices. Come on in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Who else we got? Shout out to Marie. Shout out to Kelvin. Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to who is that? Myers. What up? Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm having a beautiful weekend. Having a beautiful weekend. So look, let's talk about success. Why most people won't make it. Success in business and in life and in any field. I'm gonna lean my chair back because I gotta get comfortable. It's late. Uh, Success is worth sacrificing for. Most people don't want to hear that. Most people don't want to hear that. People want shortcuts, they want comfort, and they want rewards without the work. I can't tell you how to start a cargo van business in Canada, big dog. I can't tell you that. I don't know. I'm from the crib. I can't tell you how to start a business in Montreal, big dog. I can give you the salsa on how to go about starting it from a business perspective, where I got content. But as far as Canada, I'm the wrong guy, big dog. I could talk about sacrifice though tonight though. People want shortcuts. Obviously, they want comforts. They want the rewards without the work. We see that a lot on this channel. We've seen it most recently with the last guest that called up that I spent a lot of time with the other night. And this is why majority of people won't get ahead. Even like the guy that called up the other night, and so many people that call up on the call-in show. This is why they won't get ahead. They're not willing to do what it takes. They're not willing to do the things that they don't want to do. They're not going to give up what's necessary to reach the next level. We're going to break it down tonight. I want to cover three things. I want to cover comfort over growth. I want to cover fear of short-term pain, and I want to cover the illusion of hard work. The illusion of hard work. All right? And I'm going to get through it really, really quickly. Shout out to D. Jenkins. Let's talk about this comfort, man, because a lot of people is comfortable, man, and they don't deserve to be. There's a lot of people that's undeservingly comfortable out here in these streets. I don't like that, man. I don't like the fact that it's a lot of people comfortable and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be comfortable. The number one killer of progress is comfort. That's the number one killer, man. If you're comfortable, then you're not growing. See, I'm never comfortable. I'm never comfortable. It's never enough. I need it all. And see, that's the thing. It's a lot of people that's not hungry enough. You got people that ain't even seen the other side, ain't even seen no success, and they comfortable. How you ain't never seen success and you not willing to do whatever it takes to get there? In order to get there, you got to do whatever it takes. Shout out to D. Jenkins for that super chat. Even when you see that other side, you supposed to stay hungry. T supposed to stay, fangs still supposed to be out because there's someone looking to take your spot. And the moment you get comfortable, they're going to come take it from you. The moment you get comfortable, they're going to come take it for you. And that's a fact. I'm going to be that guy. If it's something that I'm involved in and I'm looking to get ahead, I'm looking to take your spot. I want you to get comfortable. I want you to get laxed. I want you to take time off and go spend it with your girlfriend. I want you to think things are sweet. I want you to think that I'm this nice guy and I'm not going to take your food off your plate when you ain't looking. I want you to think that. I want you to think that I'm comfortable and I'm not worried about what you got. I need what you got too. I want it all. I need it all. Because I don't know what tomorrow holds. So I want to make sure I got enough just in case. You better believe it. If you're not growing, you're not moving forward. We see a lot of people not moving forward because they're not putting the sacrifice in because they're too comfortable. Most people say they want success, but they don't want to leave their comfort zone to get it. They don't want to work an extra 20, 30 hours a week. And that extra 20, 30 hours may not be what, the physical work, the in the field work on the truck or whatever it is you're doing that's directly associated with what actually brings the revenue in. It could be planning, it could be doing marketing, it could be brainstorming behind the scenes. It could be doing research. Just because your day is done and you're not on the truck don't mean the day work is over with. Nah. It's that person that's done with their daily work as far as their infield work that goes home, showers, eats dinner, and goes straight to the desktop or goes straight to their laptop and get to work. That person is outworking you. You the person that finishes the truck, parks the truck, goes home or goes into the sleep or whatever it is you doing, and you turn on Netflix or you get on the phone with your boo bae and you cake it for the rest of the night. You cake it for 10 hours. And you're not putting in any extra effort to make sure your business gets ahead. That other person that's burning that midnight oil, that's working, that's researching, that's trying to figure out ways to build, he's gonna get ahead. He's hungrier than you. He's not comfortable. It's always a person that's going to outwork you. Saving money by cutting unnecessary spending. Big sacrifice that a lot of people aren't willing to do. One of the main things when people come up on the call-in show and I'll be like, well, man, where all the money go? After we break things down, they always say, okay, well, I got to take care of home. Then we got other people that make frivolous purchases. Like, you got to save money, especially at the beginning. Like, a lot of people come into this business, and as soon as they start making money, they don't understand money right. They don't have any, they're not financially literate. And as soon as that money starts to come in, they start to spend it. You see the Hellcats. Well, we were seeing the Hellcats. We don't really see them no more. We see, fancy, clothes when they go home, trips to Saks, trips to Neiman's. And there's the things that we don't see. Large Zales and large Cash Apps, large Venmos to Boo Bay. And all that money can be reinvested back into the business, or it can be put aside for a rainy day in case of some unforeseen situation that is destined to happen down the line. It's not a fact on if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. That's not me being pessimistic. This is just me being honest. Only a fool would believe they can run a business every single day, forever and ever and ever, and nothing ever happens. You're running a truck, it's going to break down. You're going to drive the truck until it fails. That's just inevitable. It's a workhorse. You're driving it for miles and miles and miles through different terrains, through inclement weather, with a lot of weight, day in and day out. Eventually, it's going to fail. And you're going to have to get it repaired, and that's going to cost you money. Some people are going to have that money available. What we see, a lot of people don't. There's so many people that I've come across just from creating content that have reached out to me. Even recently, there's a bunch of people recently that have had to exit because of a mechanical failure that they didn't have the resources, capital to rectify the situation. What was I talking to Dave about 2 months ago about going home? Sacrifice. Every weekend he was going home back over to, was it Massachusetts or Maine, to see his girl. And I was poking fun at him. He just kept grinning and smiling. What did I tell him? I said, man, stop going home every weekend. And the moment he stopped, he started to see a change. He started to see that an increase in revenue because now he can reset in an area, right, that he's normally works, right, where he moves freight. So he doesn't have to find shit coming all the way back from over there, back west to the Midwest, or back to his radius, right? He can reset in his radius, and then once he's ready to roll, he's already there and he can run. Immediately start to see an increase in revenue. Just so happened that 3 weeks to a month after having that conversation with me and making that change, that increase in revenue for those previous weeks since he made that change came in handy because he had 2 back-to-back breakdowns. You sign up for OTR, over the road. Over the road 5 days back home, 5 days. The box truck guy that's on the noon, he's seeing the money now to the point where he's saying he's not going back home. I think he said to April. He's going to stay on the road to April. These are the sacrifices. You're going to have to miss out on social events. You're going to have to miss out on entertainment. You might have to miss out on Boo Bay. It's what you signed up for. Now, if you want to stay local, you lift you some refrigerators and you could lift you some stoves. But the thing is, a lot of people don't want to do that. And if you don't want to do that and you got your box truck, then your other option is to go over the road. And then the sacrifice there is a wait time. A lot of people don't want to change their habits. They don't want to change their mindset. They don't want to change their routines. They don't want to change their habits. Bad habits, costly bad habits. A lot of people don't want to change their mindset. Listen, where a lot of people want to go, like your mindset has to be very disciplined. Discipline. You have to have a strong mind. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I'm not speaking like from far as a promise thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna take you to dinner next Friday at 7. I'm not talking about that type. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Or if I make a bet with you and I lose, I'm gonna pay you. Not that type of shit. I'm talking about I lost my train of thought. Oh, I got it. For instance, I know what I was gonna say. For instance, this past summer, I I wanted to condition my mind, right? I always do little exercises for my. I did low key forget what I was finna say, but I was coming with this next, so I'm gonna go with this, and then if I remember, I'll come back. I do little exercises to condition my brain, right? Because I got a strong mindset anyway, but I always like to push it to the limit. So I did a water fast for 3 days, for 72 hours. And I knew it was going to get tough, but I set my mind to do it and I couldn't give up because if I gave up, then I was pretty much letting myself down. Right. So no matter how hard it got, I had to get through those 3 days because I told myself I was going to do it. So that's what I was about to say. If I tell myself that I'm going to do something, then I'm going to do it. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Regardless of how hard it is, I'm going to get it done. Because if I don't get it done, then that means my mind is weak. See, your mind controls everything. If I do like this, my mind is sending a signal to my right arm to lift it up. If I do like this, my brain is sending a signal. If I say, yo, I need to work extremely hard so I can get to the next level, so I can scale this business, if I'm telling my brain to do that, and then I start the process, and then I start to get lazy, or I start taking days off, or I lose focus, or I'm not as committed. I lose ambition. I told my mind what I wanted to do and where I wanted to get. So all these things that I just mentioned, it's traits of a weak mind. So a lot of people don't want to change their mindset, and they don't want to strengthen their mindset. There's a lot of ways you can strengthen your mindset. I like to do exercises like that. Find something that's really, really hard to do and do it. I don't talk about it. I just do it. Everything that I want, I get it. Everything that I set out to do, I do it. I make sure I finish it. I don't leave anything half-ass. I don't like to do half-ass shit. I got to go all the way with it. It's what a person with a good mindset does. A person who likes to half-ass shit, like people that want to come into business and think they're going to see some type of success and they're going to half-ass it, and then they wonder why shit ain't going that way, and then they say, oh, the industry is trash, this, that, and the third. Then when you look at the effort or the work they put in, it was half-ass and very minimal. And this is why they didn't get the results that they ultimately want. It's because they got a weak mind. Their mind ain't pushing them, or their mind is telling them one thing, but they're not doing it. They mind weak. You got to change your mindset. A lot of people got a weak mind, as we see. One of the main reasons is because they associate comfort with success, when in reality, comfort is what keep them stuck. You think I don't want to be in? I could easily be in bed right now, but I got a goal, and I haven't reached that goal yet. We close. We close. We really, really close to the goal, but we ain't reached it yet. And then when we reach it, I'll let up. Maybe I'll let up. I take my foot off the gas a little bit, but if somebody piss me off, then I'm gonna push that bitch to the floor. See, you see, like in this box truck space, in this cargo van space, you see this shit all the time. You see new owner operators enter the industry and expect to make six figures with minimal effort. You see it all the time. But then you see like these guys, when they realize they got to wake up at 3 a.m. for loads, or they got to deal with inconsistent freight, or they got to, sacrifice personal time to network and market themselves. Um, that's when they start making excuses. That's when they start making excuses. Sacrifices like waking up early, or handling paperwork properly. Things that we see on the channel. I'm not making shit up. I'm using real life situations that we've seen on the channel recently. Waking up early, handling paperwork poorly, um, understanding or not understanding, the understanding that financials are too much. Like, people think financials are too much work. This is why don't nobody know what they cost are. Because of the work that's associated, the math that's associated with it, don't nobody want to do it. I don't understand that. And this is why people stay stagnant. How is it we've done this many episodes of the call-in show and nobody knows what their cost per mile is? It's crazy. You choose comfort today, you choose struggle tomorrow. It's just what it is. I'm not lying to you. I ain't gonna. You know I ain't gonna bullshit you now. You choose comfort today. You gonna choose struggle tomorrow. You know what's crazy to me? When I be challenging a lot of these cats, you can go look in the comment section, like especially when I was going at Daniel, how a lot of people came to fend for him. There was some people in the comment section of that first live stream that said, "Man, you act like we ain't from the struggle. We from the struggle, man. We don't got no working capital." Why is it that people, because I'm from the struggle too, why is it that everybody that say they from the struggle is so comfortable? How is it that you from the struggle but you comfortable? I'm from the struggle. Why are you so comfortable then? Why you not doing what you need to do? See, the struggle should keep you grounded, and it should keep you hungry enough that you do what you need to do and have to do so you don't go back to the struggle. See, I know, see that's the difference. See, a lot of these cats today, they really don't really know what struggle is. They think they know what struggle is. They don't really know what struggle is. And then they call me Mr. Soapboxer because I made it, but I'm really from the struggle. See, what keeps me hungry and not comfortable is because I don't want to go back to the struggle. I know what the struggle is. And we can go all the way back to government cheese struggle, or we can go all the way back to 2010 starting a business with nothing struggle. I don't know. You think I want to go back to the beginning and start lifting heavy ass shit again? Of course not. So we can look at struggle from different perspectives. We can look at it back from a very, very poor perspective. Back when I used to have to stand in that line with grandma for them big blocks of cheese, and we used to go to the store with the funny money, the monopoly money. Back when we were so poor that my OG had to work during school, after school, and summer school. So I spent a lot of time at grandma's house. Or we can look at it from a perspective of struggle from starting a business at the very beginning and the physical labor that was associated with it, which was okay as a 30-year-old man. But I don't want to get comfortable enough to the point where, even though I'm okay, anything can happen. So we always have to keep our mind and stay focused and always not get too comfortable, because the last thing I want to do is go back to 2010 or go back and have to do what I was doing in 2010. Not gonna happen. Not gonna let it happen. So what I do is I make smart decisions. I move and play with money smart. I look at money as a tool. See, I look at money different than the way other people look at it. I look at it as a tool, and I make good, smart decisions because I don't want to go back to either one of those perspectives. I don't want to go back to the poor perspective, and I don't want to go back to the starting from the beginning perspective. All right? I don't want to do it. Sacrifice is painful. Uh, it means giving up things that feel good for a bigger return later. Um, the problem is most people today are wired for instant gratification. Um, you know, you want the money without putting in months, years of hard work. I know your favorite people tell you, you can do it. But like, man, we about 3 years removed from the pandemic now, and it should be enough case studies now that should show you that it's not. It's not gonna happen, big dog. I know your favorite people tell you it ain't true, big dog. It ain't true. Because if it was, everybody would be doing it. And if it was, the majority of people that do it would win. Why do so many people fail? If it was so good to be true and if it was so easy, why do majority of people fail? And why ain't everybody doing it if it's so sweet? I don't get it. I don't understand why people just don't understand this shit. This is crazy to me. Recognition without proving value. That's another thing. People relate to the dumbest shit. I tell motherfucker they can't start a box truck business for 5,000. You motherfucker listen to a person that say you can. I'm in another goddamn it live stream where a person's reviewing a said video, and this a motherfucker in the video saying, yeah, Mark is lying. You can start. That same motherfucker already done failed. Guess I wasn't a liar after all. And see, that's the thing. People side with some shit that don't make sense because they dreaming. It's not the fact that a motherfucker crushing your dreams. It's the fact that you dreaming. Like a dream that's not reality. Like, oh, I just dreamed that, I was out to dinner with Beyonce, or you dreamed that you were out to dinner with Nicki Minaj. That's a dream. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. That is that type of dream. Not I got dreams of becoming the same. No, you're dreaming. God damn it. Just the wrong type of dream. You get mad when somebody tell you the truth because it crushed your little dream that you was dreaming. Stop dreaming. Deal with reality. Not happening, pimp. You should listen to the experience and stop listening to the fallacies, these fables out here in these streets. There's a lot of fables going around. This hope shit, bro. Faith, listen, faith without works is dead. Pick up your Bible. This whole freedom, financial freedom thing. You see the people that's hollering that shit, you don't even see them building a foundation. They want to go straight from zero to up here. The work that you got to do down here to get here, the building, they don't want to do it. Same thing when you tell them that shit, when you tell them the cold hard facts about that shit, they get mad at you for that. Or you think you just finna go get you a 26-foot box truck and you just finna run and you just gonna figure it out. Everything gonna fall into your lap and you gonna make this $250,000 a year and you just gonna be great. And sorry. Oh, Mark, you crushing my dreams. Not crushing your dreams. You dreaming. Don't work like that, pimp. I know your favorite person told you it did, but it don't. Sorry. Y'all still ain't brought me somebody that happened like that for. I'm waiting for y'all to bring me somebody. Bring me somebody because I keep proving you wrong. Bring me somebody. Bring me somebody. Bring me somebody that started like this, that's winning, that started with $3,000 and they're running it up. Bring me somebody. Y'all can't find this person because this person don't exist. This is a make-believe person. This person is make-believe. This is a fairy tale fable. This is a made-up character. This person is a made-up character. it's, it's like, who is this guy? Who is this mystery guy? Y'all can't find this guy. Bring me this guy. We need to talk to this guy. Let me know when you find him. Find me this guy that started with nothing, that went from nothing to way up here. And then you let me know when you get him. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. And you know, it's a lot of people living with that regret. It's still hurting them. It's a lot of people that came into this industry during the pandemic and after the pandemic that's living with that regret. You see them all the time. That shit hurt them. Imagine getting a free 20 piece from the government, even though you wasn't supposed to get it. You had these dreams of starting this business. And you didn't do what was in your best interest, which was the research, but you thought you got this free 20. You went and got your LLC. You went and rented your box truck. You sat on it like this with your arms folded and said, "New business owner alert, hashtag." And you blew it. And that shit went quick too. Ooh, that shit went quick. Still living with that regret because you didn't do what was in your best interest. You was mad at me when I told you. When I started my YouTube channel in 2022, when the market started to tank, I'm glad I wasn't creating content like during the pandemic. Oh man, I'm so glad. Cause they would have had to, they would have, you thought they hated me in 2022 when I first started. Woo, listen, if I would have been telling them in 2021 what was going to happen in 2022, I might not still be here. They probably would have sent somebody to come get me. Ooh, they would have hated me. They hated me in 2022. They still hate me now. Damn. That shit lasts. That shit lasts, boy. Ooh, that shit lasts. You don't want to be one of them. And you know what they regret? Not doing what was in their best interest. Believing all this dumb shit. What business can you start with minimal research, minimal effort, not building a foundation, not understanding what it costs to run your business, not really understanding business? Like, how do you expect to be successful? Imagine two entrepreneurs. One person spends a year studying the industry, building relationships, reinvesting every dollar back into their business. And then you got this other person that dabbles, spends money on dumb shit, and refuses to take on difficult challenges. Can't problem solve. Oh, okay, here we go. I love it. It's nighttime too. Link pin to the top of the chat. Link pin to the top of the chat. See, I love like when these new people come in that don't follow the channel and then they just join in the middle of the lecture with the dumb shit because they don't know my backstory. And then they say dumb shit like this. So, Jeffrey, link pin to the, let me pin it. See, we do things a little bit different over here. We're not like your typical content creators that like avoid certain things. Like we run to it. We different. We from the crib. There go the link. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Why don't you hit it? Because people know my background. People know my story. So if I'm talking shit about people that do dumb shit, you think I did the same dumb shit? Of course not. But since you think I did, why don't you come hit the link and let's have a conversation? It's After Dark with Mark. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, big dog. You over here with the biggest. I knew somebody was gonna come in with some goofy shit. Oh, don't get scared now, big dog. I know it's a little bit different. Like, damn, this guy's calling me out. You listen, we do things a little different over here. We love it. We run to it. We don't ignore it. We see it, link pinned to the top. We'll stop the lecture in the mid and we will give you the floor. That motherfucker heart jumped out his chest. He motherfucker think I'm not reading this shit. I see this shit. I see everything. I was looking for it. See, he don't watch the channel because the person watch the channel, they know, oh, that tone, he looking for that shit. He looking for it tonight. I'm searching for it. Got us one on the new. Bring your ass up here, big dog. Don't get quiet now. He like, man, what is this? I've never been in the channel. I'm used to going in the channel trolling people and the audience starts laughing and I get blocked. No, pimp. We tell you drop link. We drop link over here. Damn. What happened? No. No, sir. Come back. Because you didn't do your research. Sir, you did not do your research. You came in here talking dumb shit and you did not do your research. You are like the rest of the people in the pandemic. You are like the rest of the people that failed. You did not do your research, sir. You just come in saying dumb shit. You popped up at a great time and you are a great case study because you're proving the point. Everybody knows I started with nothing, with a pickup truck. I worked out of that pickup truck. I built the foundation and I built a successful company, which is what I tell people to do. Start from humble beginnings. Don't start way up here because you don't have enough working capital. Start down here. Learn, grow, reinvest the money, and grow slowly. Everybody knows this. But you're a great case study. You know why? Because you came in and did exactly what I'm talking about. Jumped the gun without doing your research. And now you're scared. You don't want to hit the link. You don't want to say anything anymore. Because you're struggling. And you're angry. Instead, you bring your ass in here, sitting your ass in the seat like everybody else, and listening, you came in with this dumb shit. And now you confused because you like, I've never experienced this before. This guy is fucking cussing me out. He's putting me on blast. I'm from the crib. And I dropped the link and you still ain't hit it yet. Because, see, we like to talk shit face to face. Now all I hear is this. Motherfuckers scared to even type. This is what we do around here, ladies and gentlemen. It never fails. It never fails. You know why he gonna sit there quietly? Because he need this info. Sit your ass down in the seat and chill out. That should be enough to put you in a rental. See what I'm saying? All right, we get you a rental with that funky ass little money. What about fuel? What about working capital? What about equipment? All you thinking about is getting put in a rental. You're doing exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna fail quick, fast, and easy. You're gonna be one of these people that's in regret. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You got the mindset of a failure because you don't know how to bring your ass in, sit your ass down, and be quiet. All right, where did I leave off at? Now, I was given an example of some individuals. You got one person that does everything that he's supposed to do. Then you got another person, like what is this guy's name again? Jeffrey. You got another guy like Jeffrey Lameless. Lameless. You got a guy like Jeffrey Lameless who does everything wrong. Now, fast forward to 3 years. The person who's thriving, and you got the second person, which is Jeffrey, is still trying to get things going. You got the one individual who came in, he did everything right. He spent the first year studying the industry. He brought his ass in rooms that were knowledgeable, and he sat his ass down and he took notes. And he was quiet and listened and wrote the shit down. He reinvested his money back into the business. And then you got the other person like Jeffrey Lameless that dabbled and spent money and didn't know when to be quiet, didn't know when to talk, said dumb shit. And then 3 years down the line, you got one guy thriving, you got the other person still trying to get shit going. Don't be Jeffrey. The difference, one was willing to suffer in the short term while the other wasn't. You know why the other one wasn't? Because he thought he could come in with 3,000, that should be enough to rent a truck. I swear to you guys, I don't have this. Like some people, like, man, Mark, you got paid actors. Listen, it just happens this way. I don't know why God makes this shit so easy for me. It's like the timing be perfect, bro. Pain is part of growth. If you run from pain, you running from success. See, me, I run to the shit. This was another great example. I love challenges. I love challenges. You can't be successful running from pain. Pain is problems. You got to be able to problem solve. Shit is going to happen. You need to be quick. Take care of things quickly. All right, let's talk about this illusion of hard work, man. My girl texted me. She see me cussing this dude out. She watching. That's why I be telling y'all, like, man, these guys come in here with all this dumb shit. Oh, let me text it back. All right. Many people believe they're working hard, but in reality, they're just staying busy. We see situations like this on the channel all the time. You got some people thinking they're working hard. Really, they just staying busy. It's a big difference between activity and progress. Some people are just active. They have an activity. They're staying busy, but they're not progressing. We see this. Scrolling social media and watching business videos all day feels productive, but it's not actual work. Complaining about low rates in the box truck industry feels justified, but it doesn't change the reality. This is why I challenge people that do that shit. This is why all summer why I went on that tirade about cheap freight. And a lot of people got mad at me, but they didn't get the big picture. Those people are still complaining about the shit instead of doing something about it. And you know who they can start with? Within themselves, within their business, lowering their costs or trying to find ways to make more money or a combination of both. Talking about what you plan to do feels like effort, but action is the only thing that matters. A lot of people talk about what they plan on doing. That don't none of that shit matter. The only thing that matters is action. You about that action. There's people that watch my channel that still planning to get a box truck or planning to get a cargo van. They've been planning this shit since I had 3 subscribers 2 years ago. Still planning. How long do it take? We about that action. Real business people, real people that's really about it, they gonna find that way to come up with that money. And guess what? Some work, some extra work. Doing whatever it is you gotta do. 16-hour days, 18-hour days. It is what it is. I don't understand like talking about it. I don't like people that talk, like to me, that's all you're gonna do is talk. We need to see action. Because talking, it just feels like talking is a coping mechanism. When people talk about what they're gonna do, that they ain't shit but really a coping mechanism. Because it's like you want to do something, but you can't. And what you need to do to get there, you just not gonna go do it. Man, I'm gonna get this box truck. As soon as I get these taxes, I'm gonna go get this box truck. Man, stop talking about it. Didn't your mama ever tell you don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing? Because see, if the shit don't come into fruition, you done talk so much, then now everybody waiting to see if you gonna do it. And if it don't come into fruition, what they gonna say? I knew he wasn't gonna do it. That's why some of y'all, when I be listening to some people talk, I be like, man, where y'all from? Like who? Like what type of y'all didn't have no grandmamas or something like just don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Cause there's always gonna be people waiting now. Don't you know, like you used to have that friend, like, man, I'm finna go get this new Benz. I'm finna go get this new Benz. They always finna go get it. They still finna go get it and still ain't got it yet. And a lot of people do that in this business. They talk about it. They talk about what they plan to do because that talking about what they plan to do, it feel like effort. But action is the only thing that matters. Action is the only thing that matters. Hard work is not just about working long hours, it's about doing what actually moves the needle. And most people won't sacrifice their comfort zone to work in the right to work on the right things consistently. And that's what it is. You see in trucking, what's up, Ivan? Long time no see. You see in trucking industry all the time, someone might say they're grinding. But when you actually look at their schedule, they sleep late, they complain about rates, they don't do anything to rectify their situation. So instead of, you know, seeking direct contracts, they just sit around forever and complain about rates. They waste time debating with strangers online instead of handling their business. See, people will debate me about shit that they're wrong about and I'm right about, but you're trying to figure things out. Debating with a guy that knows the shit already is not going to help you. And see, that's why when I be debating with these guys and I know they be wrong, and I'll be like, why are they wasting time debating with me? You wasting time debating with a guy that's already done won. You trying to get to where I'm at. You still, after you debate me, you still got to go do what I've already done. Ah, shit, once I get done debating with you, I'll probably go in the kitchen, give me a bottle of water, may go take a nap, may go to the gym. At the end of the day, I got up here what you need. So debating with someone that's a 15-year vet and you trying to figure things out, that shit is a waste of time. I don't understand, like, people be debating these rates. People debate the dumbest shit. The only people who should be debating are people that are veterans. We can debate on different topics. It doesn't cost us anything, especially time, because time is valuable. So I don't understand why people who aren't tenured want to debate tenured people. It's crazy to me. This is why I always take those debates and win, because it's easy. That shit is like exercise to me. I would never debate someone that has over a decade more experience than me, especially if I'm on the new. It shit to me, that shit is crazy when people try to do that shit. Makes absolutely no sense at all. It's like me trying to go debate Joe Biden on politics. This person been in politics for 50 years. What do I look like debating Joe Biden on politics? What do I look like debating uh uh Elon Musk on technology? What do I look like debating Jeff Bezos on e-commerce? It makes no sense. And then these new guys, they come in and try to debate a 15-year vet on rentals and rates and business. What's your background in business? You ever ran a business before? No. Do you have a degree in business? No. Well, how can you tell me about business? I got a degree in business and I've been in business over 10 years. I don't waste time online debating about shit you don't know about. While you doing all that debating a guy like me, right? Someone else is waking up, grinding, taking your opportunities, building relationships, and that's going to be the person that wins. But you're too heavily invested into debating a guy you don't like because he's where you want to be ultimately. And you don't want to do what it takes to get there. So then you say things like NW said, "Oh, you sitting on a soapbox." Well, motherfucker, I work to sit on this motherfucker for years. Something that most people not willing to do. I got the battle wounds and the scars to prove it. I'm thankful. I'm glad. You know, getting older is, one thing, and it is what it is. But I'm glad that I came up in the generation I came up. If I'd had to come up in this generation, man, if I'd had to come up in this generation, one with the mindset I got, one it would have been simple. It would have been sweet because a lot of these guys that's in this new generation is sweet, right? So it would have been easy to like take over shit and just, run shit up easily because nobody want to work. But then I look at it from this perspective, like these would have been my peers, so I'd have like had to been friends with some of these. It would have been hard to make friends because you want to be friends with people that are like you, but so many people in this new generation just ain't got it. They don't have that mindset. They don't have that hustle. They don't got that mentality. They ain't got that mindset. So it would have been hard for me in this new generation if I had the mindset that I got, but I was in this new generation. It would have been hard for me to make friends. It would have been hard, bro. So I'm glad I was born in 1980. I'm glad I was born in 1980. I'm glad. Work smarter, not harder. I remember a guy used to always tell me that. I'm working smart, not hard. It was actually a guy who worked for me during the pandemic. And, the people that I hired during the pandemic, every single one of them sucked. The guys that were there, obviously, that stuck around, that were there years prior to the pandemic, that stayed during the pandemic, that it didn't run when they got all that free money. Obviously, those guys were good, but the guys that I actually hired within the pandemic, all those guys sucked. And there was one guy who his name was Eric, and I remember like I was on a truck with this guy, because unlike Jeffrey Lameless, who doesn't follow the channel, that came in just talking instead of shutting up. People that follow the channel, I had to get back in the field during the pandemic. So I'm on the truck with this guy, and we were doing a job. We were unloading it. We already did the pickup. We were doing a drop off, and it was going up to a second floor. And it was a steep second floor because it was above a store. So anybody that knows like those apartments that are above stores, you got the store entrance, and then you got a door adjacent right next to the store entrance. And normally those stairs are really steep because they just go straight up because the apartment is over the store. And I'm carrying the boxes up. I'm carrying like 3 boxes at a time. So I'm carrying like 3 small, the U-Haul boxes or the Home Depot boxes, because they go small, medium, large, extra large. So the small ones, I can do 3 of those, right? I don't like to do the straps with them on my back. I just carry them in front of me. Boom. So I'm carrying 3. This mug is going up and down the stairs with 1 box, small. And I'm like, bro, at least carry 2. I know you probably not in shape like me, but at least carry 2. He said, I'm working smart, not hard. I'm like, you working smart, dude. I'm paying you 20 fucking something dollars an hour. You working slow and not efficient is what you're doing. You're working smart, yes, because you're milking me. See, it's different if the boss ain't on the truck. The boss on the truck. So with the boss being on the truck, you gonna carry 2 boxes at least. And I'm working smart, not hard. I got rid of him. I absolutely positively got rid of him. Because that's not working smart. That's working inefficient. Working smart from a business owner perspective is, one, planning things out, having a plan in place. I think individuals that come into this industry, we see it all the time, they don't have a plan. That's the first thing they make the mistake. They don't got a business plan. How do you start a business without a plan? Guy, literally last week, Mark, what I need a business plan for, who I'm giving it to. Listen, when people ask, at least 3 people ask me this every year. I say, get a business plan. They say, well, for what? Who I'm giving it to? What? Business plan? So you go rob a bank. You just gonna run in there. You're not gonna go scope the case to join out, see where the security guard's at, case to join out, see who the weak tellers are. You just gonna go in there, don't know who the weak tellers are, don't know how many security guards, don't know where the security guards are positioned. You just gonna go in there, no plan. You gonna coach a team, a little league team, no plan. Mark, what I need a business plan for. And then I just sit there and look like this. Business plan. You don't have to give it to nobody. You should want to create a business plan for yourself. And this is what so many people come across a little money. You got a bunch of people coming in now with their little tax refund check, right? They're gonna get their little tax refund check, and then they just gonna jump in like Jeffrey Lameless. I'm on your Jeffrey Lameless. I'm on your ass. Pause. This is what we do over here. Yeah, I'm on you. I'm on you. We ain't letting up off you either. You gonna get that funky ass little tax refund check, and you gonna jump in. No business plan. And then you gonna spend the money, you gonna go rent a truck or do whatever it is you gotta do, and then you're gonna be lost. And while you lost, it's costing you. It's costing you. While you trying to figure shit out, it's costing. It's not free. That figuring out period costs. That learning curve costs. It's not free. You want to spend the money and then learn while it's costing you instead of alleviating some of that cost. You ain't going to alleviate a lot of the learning curve, or most. There's going to be some learning curve that's going to cost you, but you can alleviate some of it by having a plan. Majority of people that come into this don't have a plan. Work smarter, not harder. So now you're working hard, stressed out, because it's costing you money to figure out a bunch of shit that you would have already figured out and you would have already had in place if you would have set your behind down and took time to come up with a plan. Eliminate distractions and focus on real progress. A lot of people can't eliminate the distractions. You still want to kick it with your friends that ain't doing shit. You know, you want to chase women that's just want to take money from you. You know what I'm saying? They not helping you. Sometimes isolation is good, especially when you're building a business. I think a lot of people in the beginning stages of business it's probably best to just be alone. It's you and your thoughts, you and time, no distractions. Now you don't have to make commitments for people. You don't have to worry about neglecting people. It's probably best to be alone. Listen, the woman that I was with when I first started my business, the best thing that could have happened for me, January of 2014, was that she dumped me. Hey Jeff, the link pinned to the top of the chat. Listen, lie man lies. It's all good. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Llama lies. All right, there you go. I pronounced it wrong. My apologies. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, though. It's pinned to the top of the chat, Jeffrey Lamalas. We want to see you come up here. We want you to come up here and substantiate why you came in here talking your shit and you didn't know what the hell you was talking about. You jumped the gun. You think I'm going to sit up here and talk shit and be a hypocrite? Of course not. We want you to click that link, Jeffrey Lamalas. This how we do it over here. It's rough, rugged, and raw over here. It's a little bit different over here, Jeffrey. A little bit different over here. Main reason a lot of people won't make the sacrifices to get ahead is simple. They don't want to. They don't want to make the sacrifices. They don't want to make the sacrifices. I sacrifice a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Don't regret anything, but I did what needed to be done. If you truly want success, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I know you've heard me say this before. Even when you reach success, you still have to still be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's just a necessary. You have to embrace short-term pain for long-term gain. And short-term, it's going to be different. That time period is going to be different for everybody. Uh, 2010 is where I got started. It's 2025 now. And, I can look back and remember some of those moments from that first year. Like it just wasn't that far away, and it was. But the work that was put in during that time, I was so focused on the work, I wasn't even worried about like the moment that I'm in now, how I'm able to just do what I want to do when I want to do it, wake up when I want to wake up, so on and so forth. I know a lot of people, they start their businesses to reach this goal, but I didn't. Like I was kind of forced into it, so I never thought about this time in my life. Now, then, and I think that helped me too. Is just get up, go to work every day, work harder than I worked the day before, keep striving, keep trying to figure out ways to be more efficient, keep figuring out ways to cut more costs, keep figuring out ways and looking for opportunities to make more money every single day. I think people I think the end goal or what people actually want, which is that freedom to do whatever they want, is kind of makes people anxious. And when it doesn't happen quick enough, people get upset, they get frustrated, and they abandon ship. And I don't think people should think about that. And like, even why would you want to think about the end goal? Because I mean, let me say this. Yes, you want to think about the end goal because you want to plan, you want to have an exit strategy, but like trying to speed up that process, nah, embrace the moment because no one wants to get old. Like you want to speed that shit up, that means you're going to get older. No, live in the moment, create systems of efficiency in the moment, and just live in the moment. And that time that you're looking for, that buying your time back and doing whatever you want, waking up wherever you want, that time will come, but you don't want to rush it, right? Um, I wish I could be 30 again, but I don't want to do what I had to do at 30 to be where I am today. Like I don't want to go through that again. Now that I have it in my head because I know what I had to do, then it's different when you're doing what you got to do the first time around because you're trying to get somewhere. But when you've done it already, you try to you do things to prevent yourself from going back. And that's ultimately, like I just said, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. You gotta stop fooling yourself into thinking activity is progress. And see, that's I hate to use him for an example, but he's a content creator. That's Daniel's problem. He thinks because he's active and he's doing this, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing 10 hours of Uber Eats and da 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 da. You're just active. You're not progressing. And we see a lot of people like that. Active and progress is two different things. This is why a person can stay stagnant for 10 years. You're just active. You're getting by. Getting by is not going to get you to success. It's just getting by. Getting by is getting by. So you can have excuses or you can have results. You can't have both. We see people like Daniel. We'll use him as an example again. He's a content creator, so he's fair game. A lot of excuses, which kind of coincide with what I just said a minute ago. Fooling yourself because you're just active, but that activity is not progress. People need to stop fooling themselves. Stop fooling yourself. All these excuses in the world, you can have all the excuses in the world, or you can have results. You can't have both. So you got to pick and choose what you want. See, I like results. I don't make excuses. I make results. I get shit done. It's funny you shying away from political content after bigging up Elon and Trump. Link pin to the top of the chat. I'm shying away. So people watch the channel. I voted for Trump for one reason. See, people will get mad that you vote for one way. And this person been in my comments, and now you're here. I'm here. You said you was going to come up. Now I'm here. I voted for Trump for one reason. Now, people that really follow my content, they know the one reason I vote for Trump. I only voted for one reason. I give a fuck about tariffs. I don't give a fuck. I spent $18 on eggs. I don't care. They can go, eggs can be $30. Guess what? I need protein. I got to eat them. I don't eat meat. So if eggs are $30, guess who's going to be paying $30 for eggs? Me? I voted for him for one reason. And one reason only. I vote for me. Call it selfish, call it what you want. It's my vote. And guess what? The one thing I'm voting for is getting done. You don't have to like it. All that extra shit, that LGBTQ, all that shit, that too. But the main reason I voted for him is being done. I don't care about all that other stuff that y'all talking about. But you said you was going to come up next time I went live, so here we go. I'm not shying away from no content. But my channel isn't a political channel. So why would I do cross-border content for a guy that wants to start a cargo van business in Montreal when I don't live in Canada? But you said you wanted to come up, so I'm here. Link it pinned to the top of the chat. Everybody know why I voted for Trump. To get rid of the migrants. They stealing packages. They keep coming stealing packages and shit. So get them out of here. They stealing all the Amazon packages. They following people leave out the garage. They coming into the building, stealing packages. I need them out of here. Now, if you don't like my reason for voting for him based on my plight, then what you want me to do? But you said you wanted to come up. Now I'm here. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Like, people always say they want to come up and they talk. But then when I'm here, it's like, mom's at work. I'm a tough, it's hard. Like, listen, I'm going down swinging. So you want to talk politics. You want to talk. You said you was going to come up. You here. I'm here. What's up? I voted for Trump because I want the migrants gone. Everybody knows that. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. I don't care about the tariffs. I don't care about this, that, and the third. All that other shit, those are other people's plights. Everybody votes for whatever reason they vote. We already know why the LGBTQ people voted for the reason they voted, because they voted for the people that supported what they got going on. I don't support that. But that's not even the main reason I voted the other way. I voted the other way because of the migrant situation. Everybody knows that. So now you're here and you won't come up. You said you was going to come up the next time. This is the next time. You're in the chat. Why don't you come up? Hey, people get mad because you exercise your 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 rights. How can you get mad at someone for exercising their rights? They shouldn't have been stealing my damn packages. They should have came over here, did what they needed to do, but they want to come steal packages. Shouldn't have stole the packages. Now they gotta go. I voted based on my personal plight. Now this person was in my chat. I don't remember what comment section. I don't know what video it was. One of these last videos 2 weeks ago. But next time you come up, I'm gonna hit the link. All right, now you're here. Now you won't hit the link. Why these people talk, but then they say they're gonna do it, but then they won't gonna do it? Because you know if you come up here, I'm telling you, you want to come up here and talk about all this other stuff that fits your narrative, and that's great. You got a right to do what you want to do, and I'm pretty sure I guess I can take a wild guess which way you went, but you went the way you wanted to go to because that's where you wanted to go. So now, because I don't want to talk about politics, because this ain't a political channel, so because I went Trump, because I want the migrants gone, I got to talk about politics all the time because you're mad that I didn't go for Kamala? No, don't work like that. The thing is, when you get a channel, you could talk about whatever you want to talk about. The thing is, when you're in America, you can vote whoever you want to vote. If Kermit the Frog ran, you could vote for Kermit the Frog. Kanye ran and people voted for him. He wasn't on the ballot in every state, but the states he was on, there was a few people that voted for him. You know why? Because they had a choice. And it was their choice. So I'm supposed to vote because she's a black woman? She let people in to steal my packages. Well, I mean, I don't understand. They stole packages. That's why I didn't want them here. They should have left my packages alone. And they should have left my girl packages alone too. They stole her packages too. We caught that guy. We caught that guy. I was actually live in the Discord. Pinned that guy down. All right, so Zarfis, that's why. You got your answer. You said you wanted to come up. You ain't coming up. I don't blame you. I don't blame you because I don't see how you can win a debate or argument with a person that has a right to vote the way they want to vote. All right. All right. Now that we got that out the way. So I don't know what to tell you. People get mad for the wrong shit. Then somebody is in me. What is this Pop Sosa guy? He's in here the other day. Mark, how is eggs and what you fuck you mean how they is? They expensive, but guess what? I got an 18 carton in the refrigerator now. It costs me $18. So what? Don't who cares? Got to get that protein. All right, let's see here. All right. Any questions? Hey man, hey man, these people, boy, I tell you, boy, I'm just not the one, bro. All right. Me says more crickets than the Ice Spice Princess Diana instrumental. Crickets in this joint. Crickets. You'll be judged on who you vote for, and they said if you're taking sides with the president, you're part of the enemy. Well, if I'm part of the enemy, why, why say things? Why even? I got a right. I got a right. And see, people think because like the eggs and shit, like pop solo, like oh, I'm worried about. Dude, I don't give a fuck about spending $20 for eggs. I don't care about that shit. That shit doesn't affect me. We vote on things that affect us, either from a positive perspective or a negative perspective. We vote if it's something that's affecting us negatively that we want to get rid of, or we vote in the direction of something that's going to affect us positively. We don't vote just to vote. You're supposed to vote based on what's going to affect you in your household. What's in this person's household, that plight may not be my plight. This person may be, I don't know. I'm just saying, don't take it the wrong way. You may be a you know, the alphabet. I don't know. I don't know this person. So obviously they're gonna bet in favor of the people that's in favor of them. If I oppose that, for example, I'm gonna vote in the opposite. Now I am a Christian, and there's certain things that I believe. Right? So if there's things that I oppose, why would I go in the direction of things that I oppose? Now, I am going to exercise my right too. Why? Because my ancestors, my ancestors fought for me to have that right. So I'm not going to be the person. And see, this is how people should look at the shit. Especially if this person right here is black. Because people think, oh, black is black, vote black, 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 blackity, black, black, black. Okay, check this out. This is how I look at it. My ancestors went through a lot for me to have the right to vote. So I'm going to exercise my right. But when I exercise my right, I'm going to exercise it in a way that affects my household. Period. And then, like, nobody has nothing to say, bro. And this is what I'm saying. Like, don't say nothing if you can't back it up. Because you already know we gonna drop linkage. And this person actually said they wanted to come up. This is what's crazy. Now you here and you won't come up. Everybody waiting on you to come up. We won't listen. It's nothing like a good 2 a.m. debate. You want to talk politics? Let's talk politics at 2 a.m. Now this person want to talk shit from the comments, but won't. It does have something to do with my mind. Hey Zarfis, why don't you hit the link? Why don't you hit the link? Why don't you come up and talk instead of Why don't you hit the link instead of talking in the chat? Why don't you hit the link and have a conversation? Let's pin to the top of the chat. You know, this person is behind. I think because what they talking about is about behind. I don't even think they watching this live. They watching it from before. Let's put this in the chat so that they can see it. They behind. They talking about the water fast. We talked about that an hour ago. So they watching it from. That's why they're not responding. They're talking about that. Let's see if they click the link. If they talking about the politics, we talked about that at the beginning and the water fast. So they watching it from behind. So they don't even hear me talking to them right now. So let's put that in the chat. And let's give them some time. Let's give them some time. Zarfis. Click the link. Pinned to the top. Let's see if we can get us one. Let's see if I can get me a good one in. They're not watching it live. It's live, but they behind. They're not watching it right now. Yeah, they way behind because that's why I'm saying she mentioned the because I started with the whoever said that about Canada, and then that was earlier, and then now she put in the water fast, so they behind. So let's see. The chat is up to speed. So let's see if they click the link. Let's see if they click the link. Red pill talk. I don't even do red pill. See, that's what I'm saying. It'd be like people that either don't watch the channel or they watch certain videos based on the title, right? Obviously, because certain things may interest them, and then they get they have these strong beliefs, which is they're entitled to do, but then they feel like you should have the beliefs that they have, or you should vote the way that they vote, and then they get mad because you don't. Like I don't get mad at people because they wear fake Jordans or they wear Jordans that Mike never wore. Like I see people walking around with these funny ass Jordans all the time. We call them Mexican Mikes. I don't get mad at people because they wear Mexican Mikes. That's their prerogative. If they want to wear Mexican Mikes, they can wear Mexican Mikes. I don't get mad at people because they choose to do certain things that are against the Bible. You know why? Because I'm not the maker. They're going to be judged, when they get judged. It's not my job to judge them. I know it's wrong, but it ain't my job to judge them. I let God judge them. I don't get people upset with people because of, the decisions they make. This person is upset with me because of a decision I made based on my packages being stolen. So it is what it is. Look, check this out. Let's see if they click the link. Let's see if because the comment section is up to date. I wonder if the chat is up. The chat should be up to speed, even though that person is behind. Let's see if they click it. Watch this gonna be some like super like it's gonna be like a Daniel type person, like real like they probably gonna have like a dashiki on and shit like that. Real super pro black and shit, and just gonna be really angry at me. They're gonna be really angry at me. Then I'm gonna hit them with the whole I'm gonna hit them with the whole bathroom situation. I'm gonna hit him with the back. I'm gonna tell you what's my plan. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna hit him with the whole bathroom situation. I'm gonna hit him with the whole bathroom situation. That's how I'm gonna win it. And we go there in this political debate. I'm gonna come with the bathroom, and I'm gonna win it right there. Whoever this person is, they too far behind. I don't even think they reading the chat. Let me see. It's got to be a woman too. Talking about some red pill talk. What do we talk about red pill? For people that's been watching the whole channel, have we talked about men or women at all and relationships? That's what I'm saying. Just people just be just saying shit, bro, that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Why watch? Like now you just saying shit that don't even got shit to do with shit. I want that person to come up here. Cause this person has been just talking shit in my comment section, mad, just angry. What are you so angry for? Worried about the wrong shit. Oh, God. I'm getting off work. I'm going to click the link. Yeah, come on, click it. Yeah, click it. Because you clearly got an issue, and I want you to get your thoughts off. I need you to get your thoughts off. Give me like 5 minutes. See, now I got to wait 5 minutes. See, I got to wait for them 5 minutes. All right, we're going to wait. We're going to wait because they mad at me. They mad at me. Because I exercise my right. Listen. I got pictures. I have evidence that these people, somebody pulled out the garage and they came in, they went into the mailroom and they stole packages. They did it 3 nights in a row. They just did it recently. They just came in the other day. All right? We can't have that. We got to get them out of here. No, I'm going to wait for you. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do. See, this is the beauty of buying your time back. I ain't got shit to do. I'll wait on you. I'm going to wait the 5 minutes for you to get off work so that you can tell me about myself and tell me how you feel, because you got an issue with me voting for Trump because I want the migrants gone. So now I want you to come express your gripe because you said it in my comments. You and Kevin said it here. You talking about some red pill stuff, and we ain't said nothing about relationships in this live stream. So now is the time. Then you said my water fast wasn't a mental exercise, and I don't understand how me, even though after that second day I wanted to eat, I didn't because my mind was out. My mind was telling me you can't eat. You can't eat. If I would have gave up and ate, then that's a weak mind. No matter how hungry I was going to keep drinking water. That was a mental strengthening exercise. And you telling me it's not. How you going to tell me what's in my mind? See, that's what I'm saying. People want to tell you what's your stuff. They want to tell you what your plight is, your reasonings. I want you to come up here and tell me why I should do the things differently, why I should vote differently, why I should think differently, why I should talk about politics and shit like that. Come tell me why I should do what you want me to do. No. Sometimes we got to give entertainment. This is the entertainment. We done gave the lecture already. I'm done. So now we got to have some fun. Listen, every now and again, we got to have a little fun. I didn't gave y'all the game. The lecture over with. But every now and again, notice sometimes I see shit in the chat and I wait to the end. But I was coming to the end. So that's why I just indulge a little bit. It's Saturday night. I gotta stay up anyway, man. So we're gonna have a little fun tonight. We're gonna wait for this person 5 more minutes to get off. My lecture is over with. I concluded it already. I concluded it. When I said the choice is simple, you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. That was the end. I hit the 3 points already. The 3 points that I said I was going to hit. The illusion of work, fear, short-term pain, and comfort over growth. I hit everything that I said I was going to outline. So I was really done. I would have been off, but this person has been saying that they want to come up for the longest. So here we are. I want to hear what they got to say to Big Mark. Big Mark, gonna wait 3 more minutes till they get off work. Go ahead and punch out now. Go ahead and punch out. Let me text my. Let's see if she. Oh, let me see something. 106. Nah, they gonna call. Say give them 5 minutes. We're gonna give them 5 minutes. Other than that, shit, everybody good? Everything good out here in these streets? What's going on? Yeah, come on. We waiting on you. We waiting. I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes. You said All-Star Weekend. What you at in San Francisco? Heard they out there sticking people up. Heard they snatching people off the trolley. Now I think this person gonna come up. We're gonna give him 5 minutes. We're gonna give him 5 minutes. We gotta give people a chance, man. You know, the thing about content creation, and y'all gotta pay attention to, is you when people are challenged, you want to pay attention that when people are challenged, how they respond, right? So, for instance, when I first started creating content, I was looking at the other people in the space. I saw people in the space get challenged all the time, and they would shy away from it. A lot of their challenges came from being challenged with putting out misinformation, and they would just block people and shit like that. I don't get the misinformation shit, right? Because I know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I've been vetted. People know that I know what I'm talking about. I get this type of shit, right? People getting upset because you exercising your rights and shit like that. So me, I look at it as like a mental exercise, right? I look at it as a mental exercise. You know, I give people an opportunity to have a conversation. A lot of content creators, they don't want to talk to people that subscribe to them, right? They don't want to talk. And that's why they have a hard time growing their channels, because they don't engage, whether it's or they only want to engage with people when people have positive things to say or they side with them. They don't want to engage in conflict. Me, I'm going to engage in both. I'm going to engage in both. I don't run away from this shit. I run to it. So this person has been trying to make ways to talk to me, and today is the day. They called me. They said in some comments, I want to come up next time you go live. Okay, they called me. So here we are. We're going to get to it. Let's pin to the top. Let's pin to the top. We're going to drop it at the bottom too, just in case. Make it easy for them. Make it real easy for them. So I guess I don't know if this a man or a woman they finna call, and I don't know. Tell me about myself. I guess I don't know. We see. That's the only reason I'm really waiting around because I've been off already. But it is what it is. Shout out to everybody in here though. Shout out to Kenneth Jackson. What up? 2 in the morning. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. Zarfies, man, how long do it take to punch out? What's going on? Do I gotta put a timer up there for you, pimp? We're gonna set the timer for you. Cause we ain't got all night now. We ain't gave you about 10 minutes already. We're gonna give you another 5 minutes. We ain't got all night now. Let's change this to 5 minutes. We're gonna give you another 5 minutes. We got the timer set for you. There you go. We're gonna make it real simple. When that timer come off, I gotta go. I ain't gave you opportunity. You say you getting off work in 5 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes now. We're gonna give you another 5. And I don't want to hear no more talk of this now. I don't want to hear no more talk. I don't want to hear no more talk. You gonna come, you gonna watch the channel, or you not gonna watch the channel. Whatever we talking about, whatever the topic gonna be, you either going to enjoy it or you not going to enjoy it. You going to accept the fact that I got rights just like you got, and I can do what I want to do. And you can accept that, or you don't have to accept it. It is what it is. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about on my channel. Shit, if I want to talk about red pill, which I ain't, I'm gonna talk about it. If I want to talk about, God damn it, the birds and the bees, I'm gonna talk about that. If I want to talk about Dr. Seuss books, I'm gonna talk about Dr. Seuss books. What we got? Hey, Zarfies, you got about another 3.5 minutes. You feel me? Cause it's been 10 minutes already. Is that Box Truck? Who is that? Box Truck Tone. Box Truck Tone said, "What up, Mark? Hope all is well. Just wanted to say I appreciate your content. Your videos really help me turn my business around. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you." Zarfies, you got 2 minutes. Well, 3 minutes. Little under 3 minutes. Man, we gotta give people an opportunity, man, to get their grievances off. We gotta give people an opportunity to get their grievances off. Can't never say Mark ain't gave nobody no opportunity to get their grievances off. Your favorite people, they ain't finna do this. They gonna be scared because they don't gonna. What if the person comes up and they make me look crazy? Nah, we don't worry about things like that. We don't worry about things like that. Zarfies, you got less than 2 minutes now. You got 1 minute and 52 seconds. Time is ticking. It don't take that long to get off work. We done gave you 15 minutes. You said 5. It don't take that long to get off of work. What type of work you do? What type of work you do? You can't be in trucking. You can't be no owner operator because owner operator you gonna have your headset on. You should be able to walk and talk. What type of work you do? You can't be no owner operator. Time ticking. You got about a minute, a little over a minute, Zarfies. Are you still driving the bus? You got time to type? Are you coming up? Is you gonna make this minute? Are you gonna make this minute? Is you gonna click the link within this minute? Cause I ain't got nothing else to talk about. So that's why, I'm waiting on you. You writing a report? Oh, what happened? You got into a little incident? Man, listen, I can't give you no 5 more minutes. I can't give you 5 more minutes. You know why? Because I gave you 15, and I don't know if you tricking me or not. You might be tricking me. You might just have me sitting there waiting like a goofy. I already done sat here 15 minutes and waited. Now you tell me 5 more minutes, and then in 5 more minutes you might tell me 5 more minutes. I can't take that risk. I can't take that risk. Sorry. If you wanted to talk, then you would talk. I can't do it. Cause you might be tricking me. Yeah, you saying dad ass, but I can't do it. I already done gave you 5, and then I gave you an extra 5, and then I gave you an extra 5. Yeah, you saying nah serious. I don't believe you. Click the link right now while you writing the report. Click the link while you writing the report. Well, I don't understand what's so hard. If you writing, you can write and talk at the same time. You did what you mean you didn't get expect to call on the link. You know, if you watch the channel, you know how we do it around here. You come in here talking crazy and I got time, then we going and here's the thing, the link was already pinned because I pinned it for somebody else. You already know how we do things over here. We gonna drop linkage on you. Cause when the link is dropped, the hard stop. We make hard stop. See, what happens is when they get caught, see, here's what we do. We kill all that chitter chatter in the chat. We kill it all over here. We kill it over here by just dropping link. Cause see, you can't chitter chatter and not hit that linkage over here. So I don't understand how you didn't expect to get called out if you watched the channel. You writing a report, but you typing. That's crazy, right? Ain't that right? Crazy work. So I don't believe you gonna click the link. You woofing. I'm gonna tell you what you is. You're mad. You're mad. You're upset. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. But like I told you before, I'm gonna tell you one more time. My vote was based on real life scenarios, right? And the main reason I just told you. And then the follow-up reason I told you. I'm not gonna vote. If I'm a Christian, for one, we talked about the packages. But here's my second reason. So maybe I'll say you a trip. I'm a Christian. There's no way on God's green earth I'm going to vote in the direction of something that I disagree with. All right. I believe there's 2 genders, right? Man and female. I believe that men should go into men's bathrooms. I believe that women should go into women's bathrooms. God forbid I take my niece to dinner or take her to, lunch, and I send her into the women's bathroom and some man come out, I'm going to be highly upset. I'm going to be highly upset. So if I'm going to be highly upset and this administration is what put that in place and it goes against my beliefs as a Christian, why would I go in that direction? And then why do you feel like you got the right to be upset with me because of the right that I got to exercise my rights? If you believe in things that I don't believe in, and you feel like are okay with it for whatever reason, then that's your right. I'm not gonna stand in your way. I'm not gonna be upset with you because I don't care. So I've read your comments. I read your comment here. So just because I went in the direction that I went in, I gave you the two reasons that I went that way. Has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with business, has nothing to do with the fact that he pardons some people. It has nothing to do with um, popularity. It has nothing to do with nothing. Because if I voted on identity politics, I guess the best choice would have been Kamala. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's up, man?
Happy about this. What kind of bus did you have?
A 40-footer.
Which person was that?
I circled it where they were sitting.
I don't. Anything's rare in this. Am I missing something?
Yeah.
Yeah, put an X. Yeah, put an X.
Put an F.
Okay. Right here. I got your ears.
Okay.
Early bird. Damn. But yeah, this something. That's great. Cool. That's
This is a 40.
one more week.
All right.
Yeah. I'm moving on.
What'd you say you got? What time you start?
Tomorrow, 2:17.
No, next week.
So sure.
Sunday.
Circle that. Put an X there, and then my turn.
Yeah, you gotta put the dining room on like the bus with direction you're going, street names.
My schedule is definitely.
We can talk to them about that, tell you what to do.
But,
For the bus, the other car.
So yeah, and here's time more at it now.
And it wasn't no.
well, you call
I don't have to be at.
Yeah.
What you gotta do.
Still gonna do
The street
Yeah.
names, all that.
that's what I got.
Okay.
I'm tired of doing them. So
Yeah, take
I'm
it
starting
for
to slow down. Not important.
Yeah.
So put the X by the point of contact.
Oh,
Okay.
you got time.
Right. See, the ring is telling you that that's the bus. That's another car. You gotta do it like that. So you stand do that.
Yeah, my schedule is Sunday I have a carrot all day, 2:30 to like 11:13. Saturday I have a 55, 64, 53, which is from 3 something to 12:50.
Actually, let me see.
Then
Wait,
the
just
other 3 days I have the same route. Monday, Thursday, Friday I have a
Did you get a number on here?
59,
That's the
64,
phone number is?
81. I don't know how the 64 is.
I love the 60.
You love the 64?
All
I
right.
took my money slip.
Appreciate you.
To drive.
Have a good night.
I know the 64.
All right.
What's up, man?
I don't think it's set up to my headphones.
Man, we hear you.
All right, man. Let's see. Oh, let me.
Hello?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's your gripe, man? What's your grievance?
I got a couple.
All right, man.
But I'm gonna
Cook,
say, shout
cook.
out to you. I've been following you for about a year and a half, 2 years now. You
All
actually
right.
saved me from making a real big mistake.
Bet
I
'em
was
up.
going,
Bet.
me and my best friend was going to we was driving for a company doing home deliveries for Home Depot. We was going to buy our own truck, so I started
Mm-hmm.
researching, looking around on the YouTubes and stuff like that. Start trying to find out what our cost and
what our overhead would be,
Right.
and he was making it sound a lot sweeter than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So when I ran into your channel, I started to try to give him that information,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, this ain't something for me because it's going to be a lot harder than what everyone's making it seem on the internet.
Right.
And
Right.
for me, if something sounds too easy, it's definitely not. So to look a little closer. So at the very least, I want to say shout out to you for that. As far as this box truck and shit, you definitely
Appreciate it.
steering folks in the right direction.
Appreciate it.
But what I'm calling for, some of the stuff I be hearing on your channel, I be like, man, this be performative, and I know some of this is just for the views, for the content, but
What? Like
I don't
what?
know how.
Like what? No, go and get straight to it, dog. Don't beat around the bush. I'm from
Yeah,
the crib. Go and get
yeah.
straight to it, big dog.
What what I'm talking about is like you telling folks today that you know being comfortable, you can't grow if you get comfortable. I don't believe that. I'm comfortable right now. Like I said, I forego I I for I forego starting my own business to be an owner operator, be a bus driver. I'm making six figures right now. A lot of the folks that's following you right now is struggling to hit that.
All right, so check this out. I'm not talking to you.
I'm
I'm
watching.
not.
Hold
I'm
on.
not.
I'm
Go
watching.
ahead.
I'm watching a lot of the people that hit your call and show, like you said, they don't even know their numbers. They not even
Mm-hmm.
listening to the game that you giving them for free.
Okay.
They not doing the simple things to know how to get in the business. So they fucking themselves over.
All right.
So there's a way to be comfortable and have success.
Okay.
Do
So
you disagree
so
with that
what?
statement?
So what do you disagree with, big dog? What's your grievance?
My grievance, as far as today, was you don't gotta be uncomfortable just to keep pushing forward.
What do you see? You missed the whole point. My message is not for you because you work for a business. I'm talking to entrepreneurs. I'm talking to business owners. My message is for business owners, not for employees. As an employee, you're comfortable. I get it. I'm not talking to you. My message is for entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs can't never get comfortable. You know why? You know what you have that entrepreneurs don't have? Security. You go to work, you
That's
do your
true.
job, you gonna get your benefits. You going to HR gonna set your benefits up. What you want, HMO, PPO? You got upper management that's gonna guide and delegate you and coach you to success. You work 30 years, you get you a nice pension, you going about your life. My message is not for you. I don't have uh, employee based channel. My message is to entrepreneurs.
I thought you was giving a broader message about that's me. That was me and misinterpreting. That was me. I thought you were giving a broader message about success in and of itself.
Nah, why? Why would I talk to employees? Employees don't search for information on YouTube on how to be a good employee. My message is for owner operators, box truck, cargo van, people who are in business
Nah, I
or
think I
business in
think
general.
people come to YouTube for everything. People come to YouTube to try to find greater things, whether it be higher paying jobs, try to get skilled in certain laboring positions. That's not necessarily true.
My,
However,
my,
me being again, you can keep saying an employee. I'm saying a lot of the folks that's in the chat, keying, they're not doing the numbers that I'm doing, and I'm saying,
but here's the thing. Even working for a job, you shouldn't get comfortable, especially in
well, why
today's
you say
time,
that, Big Mark?
because anything can happen. Your company can fold. We just saw what Pepsi did. A lot of those people, they thought they was going to retire from Pepsi. And guess what? Pepsi still laid them off. It's people that have been there over a decade and they got laid off. You can't never get comfortable. This is why you always prepare for the unexpected. You hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. Anything can happen. You can get comfortable in your life and be like, all right, I'm finna go blow this bag because I'm gonna go to work and get paid next week and I just put it back. And guess what? You go blow the bag and guess what? Your furnace go out, your roof collapse. Then what?
That's just folks being
I,
stupid, not being financially literate.
But you said comfortable. See, you looking at comfortability in a different way. I'm looking at comfortability in a different way than you looking at it. When I say comfortable, yes, I'm comfortable. You come into my crib, it's comfortable. Oh man, this is comfortable. Oh, you made it. They call me Mr. Soapbox Sir. But at the end of the day, because I'm comfortable, my mentality is not comfortable. Why? Because I'm still an entrepreneur. I make business moves. I make investments. If something goes wrong, guess what? So, but because I, I, I'm still hungry. I don't allow myself mentally to be comfortable. Right? I always think about the times where I didn't have because that steers me in the right direction. I'm not comfortable. I never get comfortable. You know why? Because it's gonna be a guy that's looking to take what I got. I'm taking other people's shit because they got comfortable. I'm still on the hunt. I'm hungry. You don't never get comfortable, especially as a business owner. Never. You never get comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. As a
So,
business owner, you can't get comfortable
all right.
because
So,
you always want to hunt for your next play.
all right then. So,
Now to this,
what else you got? What's your other grievance, big dog? Just get
oh,
to the good shit,
oh,
man.
you already
Get to
know.
the good shit. Get to the good shit, big dog.
Now, now about this Elon shit.
What about him?
Now that was crazy.
What did I
That
say
was
about
crazy.
Elon? What did I say about Elon?
What did you? I can't say what you said verbatim, but essentially you said, you would. I don't want to say you would follow Elon, but you would trust Elon because he's an intelligent guy. He's, ran, good companies and stuff like that. And the previous administration you felt was lackluster, which is,
Okay.
I can agree. I can agree with most of those sentiments. My issue is, as you said today, your
What's the issue?
channel isn't, primarily your channel isn't primarily based on those things. And my issue is when you, like you said, your thoughts are your thoughts and you give your opinion. But when there's things that are in that realm of politics that are going negative,
What you
we
broke up?
want
You said what
to
now?
leave straight.
Wait. You broke up. You gotta say that
Now when
again.
things are going negative,
You
my
broke
fault,
up.
my fault. I said
Sis.
when, yeah, you
Go
can
ahead.
hear me.
Yeah. Say all that
All
over
right,
again. We didn't hear none of that.
yeah. What I was saying was, so when you were saying you support, Elon and whatever he wants to do with Trump and all of that, this, that, and the third, which is, I don't got a problem with that. Whatever. It's America. You think whatever you want to think, vote for who you want to vote for, whatever. My issue is you as a mentor having a platform and putting out this information, your thoughts, you put it out to folks. All right, now the inverse is happening. A lot of, to be quite frankly, fucked up shit's happening. TROs are
Like
being
what?
filed against
Okay.
TROs. For anyone that doesn't know, temporary restraining orders are being filed
Okay.
against the actions of Doge and Trump's actions and things to that effect. We just going to be like, all right, I have an issue with the migrant issue. That's why I want to vote for Trump. Everything else, y'all, don't worry about that. We just gonna get back to
No.
the box trucking.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that shit, big dog. That shit don't affect me. See, shit that may affect you don't affect me. You see what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit that Biden did that affected people that didn't affect me. The migrant shit affected me. These motherfuckers stealing. I gotta get them gone, bro. They gotta go. See, they stealing. See, when you steal from me or people that I fuck with, we gotta get you gone. We call it get you gone. All right. So That was the issue. Now the other issue is this whole bathroom situation, all these different genders, and then you got to
Oh yeah,
remember
fuck that
what
shit.
these pronouns is. I don't got time for all of that, big dog. It's a man and a woman. If you a man and you got a thing, you can put a dress on, but if you got a thing, you got to go in the men bathroom. If you ain't got a thing and you want to be a man, you still got to go in the women bathroom. That's it. Those was my two reasons. All this extra 2025 reports and all this other
The country
all
is
this
about to go
shit.
into a war
Dude, they said that with
behind
Biden,
Trump
bro.
trying to go to the Middle East and acquire a part of a country.
Okay.
That's bad for business.
It's bad for what business?
For every all business involved.
Why do you think
Be,
so?
what do I think so? What do I know?
How how
What
did
do I
how
know?
how, did, how does that affect me in my everyday life? How does it affect me, my mother, my brother? Like how does it affect
Well,
me, big dog?
how would it affect you is that if we soil relations with Saudi Arabia, much like
Mm-hmm.
we saw during the pandemic when
Mm,
gas went through the roof. This is
mm,
still a trucking channel, right? So
yeah.
when diesel goes up the wazoo, what we gonna say
Mm-hmm.
then? All right, well, he leading us in the right direction.
It happens, bro. Gas went up in Wazoo in 2014. You know what I did in 2014? I had to pump gas. So what does that mean? You know how much eggs is costing right now? Does that stop me? You want me to go show you this carton of eggs I spent $18 on? So what?
Yeah,
Who cares?
trust me, I know. Nah, that shouldn't be a who cares. That
But here's the
shouldn't be a
thing. Here's the thing. Shit happens, big dog. It happens. Guess what? Y'all voted Biden in, right? Y'all voted Biden in, right? What was you saying when all these migrants was coming over here? How did you feel about that? All right, you voted Biden in. How you feel about? Do you got a kid, a daughter? You got a daughter?
yeah. I got a
How would
daughter.
you
Yeah.
How would you feel if you sent your daughter in the bathroom and Bubba walked out?
Well, listen, you know how I would feel, but in America, you right in front of your laptop. You could to the folks that's listening. You can Google it. There is less than 1% of the U.S. population are transgender. I really could give two fucks. I really could. 1%.
Huh?
That means if 100 motherfuckers walk out of the girls' bathroom, maybe one is going to be trans. Maybe one. I could give a fuck less. That is, we talking about numbers again. You a businessman.
So I could
I
give
don't,
a fuck less about. I could give a fuck less about that shit you talking. See how that
I
work?
get it. I'm
All
just
right.
saying. I don't.
So
I'm that's while I'm not down with the Rainbow Gang. They ain't got no love lost for me. I don't give a shit. But that shit don't really concern me. The motherfuckers is weirdos anyway. Like I don't
uh,
I
that
don't
that that Saudi Arabia, all that shit. That shit ain't what that got to do with me.
that no.
Gas prices, boy. I didn't
If
spend.
diesel prices go through the roof, your primary audience, that would be an issue.
Okay, but
That's
guess
what I'm
what?
talking about.
Prices went through the roof in 2014. You know what I had to do? I dealt with it. That's business. Guess what? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
35.
You 35. I'm 45. I remember when diesel was cheaper than regular unleaded. So as far as gas
Shit, I
prices
remember
is
that.
concerned, okay, well, unless you was pumping gas back in the 90s, I don't know. So if I was 18, you
I
was 8.
wasn't
So
pumping it, but
I, I don't think you remember it, big dog, because this was in the 90s. You don't remember it, bro. The diesel started becoming more expensive than regular unleaded early going into the mid 2000s. I don't think you weren't old enough to remember it. So here's what I'm
I
saying.
remember what gas prices was. Look, you might be having some of them, young guns, young 20, 25, 28. I remember what gas prices was back
All right.
then,
So so
even
so
though I
to
wasn't
me,
pumping. But
to
go ahead. I'm
me,
listening.
to me, this shit is all expensive compared to what I used to pump this shit for. So at the end of the day, hold on. From my personal vehicles to trucks, gas don't cost me a lot. I don't drive economy cars. Shit I drive has got put premium in it, or I drive big trucks. You see what I'm saying? So gas, whether it's on a business level, on a personal level, I'm already accustomed to just spending a lot of money in gas. Period. Here's the thing. It's got to get pumped because I got to get where I need to go. So I don't really care because I've been through the whole gas thing a couple times already. It's just got to get dealt with, bruh. I don't like Biden did a bunch of
So
shit, and guess what? I didn't agree with it, and guess what? I had to deal with it.
so I understand that, right? However, my what I'm more so speaking to is you speaking for Mark, right? But you got a
Yeah.
platform, and you try to help these young guys get up in the business.
You said I helped you, right?
If they don't know they overhead just from their day to day, and they diesel doubles.
Listen, check it out. Did I
If
help
they
you?
don't know, you said, "Did you help me?" Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right
quick.
then. So check this out. This is why I talk about working capital and being prepared for the unexpected. And I talk about the economy and how things change and why you have to be prepared. Gas went up, diesel went up to $6, $7, $8 in California in 2022. And guess what? Some people got wiped out, some people didn't. That's just the way things is, big dog. Like, see what your plight is, that's not my plight, sir. Because the way you look at money, I don't look at money like that. I look at money as a tool. If it's certain things that I need to get and they're more expensive, but they're necessity and things that I need them, I'm gonna go get them. If it comes to a time where these things are to the point where they're expensive, but they're necessities, and you know it may be a little taxing, then we need to go make more money. That's the solution.
So you talking? I understand. I understand that to a degree. You are big on talking about because I watched the last stream. Because even though I'm not, I'm not an owner operator. I'm not in the business uh, in the trucking space anymore. I find your content entertaining, and I do find that I see that you helping folks. You speak a lot about meeting the business needs, right?
Yeah, but you upset about me
You,
voting for
you
Trump
talk about that a lot. Me,
because I wanted the migrants gone. I wanted the migrants gone, big dog. I don't get like all that extra like super political shit. I don't that shit don't like I don't really care,
I'm
bro.
talking about prices,
What
econ.
about them?
This is what I,
Bro, listen. I can't trip on that, bro. I'll be a hypocrite. Nigga, I got shoes that's $1,200, $1,300, bro. So I'm not really tripping on, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, bro.
if my issue is if that was just your belief and that was your thought, cool. That's cool. We having uh uh political streams. We tuning in to Elon's live that is talking strictly about politics.
I
That's
didn't
my
I
issue.
I didn't stream that live. I was watching that live and I talked about that live with him and Trump, but I didn't stream it. What are you talking about?
Oh, my fault. You talked about it. My bad. My bad. All right. Well, you rehashed a lot of the stuff that came from that. And my point is, right now it's looking like what Big Buddy ran on fixing the economy. It's looking worse.
Who? You talking about Trump?
I don't. Yes, Trump's economy. The Wall
Hey,
Street
check this
Journal
out.
already wrote about
Listen,
it.
listen,
The hedge funds is already talking about it.
listen.
It's looking
Check this
worse.
out.
And
So if
that
the
was
econ-
before.
all right, so I'm finna make you upset then. So guess what? If the economy crash, that's good for me. I wanted to. I was hoping it crashed last year. You know
Ju-
why? Hold on.
so
Let me
that you,
tell you why. Let
because
me
you
tell you
because you
why.
because you have so because you have funds and you could buy it low. I
You're absolutely
understand that.
right. I hope
I,
it do
I
crash. That'll be great.
but that's good for Mark. What about the other 70 73 viewers we got in here?
If they were smart, they've been following, listening. They have cash on hand too. Because I've been saying this for the past 2 years. See, here's the thing. Here's what you got to understand. People that have platforms, the people that follow people's platform is because they resonate with their message. People that don't resonate with my message, they don't follow me. Right? People that resonate with me, they follow me. So here's the thing. I can't worry about you, sir. You know why? Because I got other people to worry about. And the people that follow me, the reason why they follow me is just like you said, I saved you. I've saved a bunch of people. That's why they follow me. I made a lot of people money. I've had people, as a guy DM me a month ago, said, man, he followed me. He made 1.7 million. There's a guy in here right now, I just saw him let the comment. He said he followed me. He's up to what, 6 or 7 trucks.
I believe it.
All right, so
I
here's the
believe it.
thing. If the economy crashes, that's a win. If the economy goes up, it's a win. Anyway, it's a win. If economy crashes for the person who has a poor mind state, then I'm sorry. But you need to know how to play the game. This is why you need to have cash on hand. If the economy crashes, then man, I'm going on. It's a shopping spree. It's time that everything's on sale. Because you know what happens when it hits the bottom? There's only one way
It's
for
gonna
it to
rebound.
go. It's gonna go up.
It's gonna rebound.
So let's crash, baby. Burn, baby, burn.
What about in the meantime? Because I understand it because through listening to you, you even had a stream where where you was talking about some of the investments. Not giving no financial advice. There's a lot of game on this channel. I ain't going. Hey, listen. For anyone that's a new listener just tuning in, I may be giving out the gems, but I'm saying that a lot of your listeners, as you was talking about earlier, people you say a lot of the same things every single stream, and they still calling in, giving you the same. Yeah, I don't know this, I don't know that. They're not paying attention. So if something that could potentially harm these folks, then what?
What can harm them,
Then
bro?
what?
What can harm them? What I put listen, I don't talk about listen, it's people that want me to talk about crypto. They've been begging me to talk about crypto for the past couple months. You know why I don't talk about crypto right now? It's because it's volatile. When I talked about
Volatile. Yeah.
crypto, and when I was saying that shit back in 2023 and the beginning of 2024, it was because at that time you couldn't lose. And I used to say that. I said, listen, when I first talked about Solana, it was $18. When I mentioned Fetch, it was 7 cents. It hit 350. If a person held on to it, that's their fault. I'm not going to talk about something when I know I have influence and people are going to do it whatever they hear me talk about, but I understand they don't know how to play it. Because here's the thing, I could mention something, they could go run and buy it, and the day I mention it, later that night I can sell it because I got a hunch, and then the next morning it tanks. And guess what? Oh, Mark, you told me, I heard you mention this, I bought it, and then it went up, and then it went straight down. When I mentioned Fetch, it was 7 cents in a bear market. It was only one way for it to go up. I'm not going to talk about some shit when it's volatile. The people who followed and listened in 2022 or in 2023, October 2023, right? And earlier this year or earlier last year are the people that won. It's too late. It's too late for everybody else. So that's why I'm not going to talk about it because it's too volatile right now. Trust me, when the way I create content, I don't create content and talk about things um uh what's the word I'm looking for? uh uh it's late, help me out. What's the word when you like not irresponsibly? I don't do it. There's things that I say responsibly that people negate because They just don't have the experience to see what I can see. Everything that I say is responsible. So if I talk about Trump and I give my reasons why, those are my reasons. And I tell you, listen, these are only two reasons I'm voting for him. All that extra shit that everybody else is heavily involved in, the Project 2025 and all this shit. All right, great. I don't give a fuck. I've been transparent. I can't. What do you want me to do? The guy, they stole my pack. They stole my girl's package. They stole, bro.
Come on,
They
man.
stole. They stole, bro. They gotta go. Sorry. It's unfortunate, bro.
I ain't got no. Well, listen, I ain't middle America. I listen. I ain't got no migrants over here. Well, at least not that I
So
run into. I'm in
so so
Pittsburgh.
so
We,
so you ain't got no migrants. So see, that's the thing. You ain't gotta deal with this shit.
yeah, we ain't got no migrants like that,
And
man.
they entitled and bro, the one that stole, we caught the guy that stole from our girl, pinned him. Then his mama come. He a grown ass man. His mama come. The police got him in handcuffs. She got the camera in our face like we stole something from them. Like what the fuck? She got her phone walking around putting it in our face like what the fuck?
Man, yeah, I mean, I from I got peoples over in all over, people in New York and Florida and stuff like that. They did say that the migrants is getting crazy, but listen, I mean, I know it's an issue and but but I don't blame people for wanting that to be addressed. I ain't mad at that. I just
So
think
so why are you upset, big dog? Because every time you in my comments and oh you don't want to talk political, but you voted for Trump. Like, what's your issue, big dog?
you
Get it
be
off your
because
chest.
bringing up Elon and the rest. You alluded to it earlier today about
Uh,
certain topics. I'm like, man, like
I had a
let's
Tesla.
stay
I
off
had
that
a Tesla.
because
I had a
you
Tesla.
didn't, but I'm like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, we if we gonna talk about some of the talk about what these motherfuckers is fucking up. Had even though I mean my
What are they
my,
fucking
my,
up
my
on?
mother passed on.
Okay.
I mean,
Go ahead.
whenever he filed the EO, the executive order to stop the federal funding, it fucked up everyone's Medicare payments and shit like that. People that, if my mother was still here, she was sick, she had cancer.
I heard
So
that
like,
wasn't true. I heard that wasn't true, bro. I heard the Medicare is
it
still on.
well, it was true, but they didn't intend for it to happen. So they did fix it
Okay.
in a few hours,
All right
but
then. All right.
but
So let's get
that
yeah.
that still doesn't negate the fact that we pushing, like you said, as a business owner, they just pushing buttons. They don't even know what it's doing. They say, hey, well, let's just stop the funding. Oh wait, that stopped folks' water from coming on. That's a problem.
See,
That's a problem.
I can counter that with Joe Biden taking the what was it, the $3 billion back from the HBCUs that Trump gave. That's a problem. That's a problem. Why would Joe Biden take the HBCU money back that Trump gave for the historically black colleges? Why you do that, dog?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know
All
why he
right
took
then.
took the money.
All right then. So see,
I would.
we could play tit for tat all day, big dog. But it's all gonna lead back to your personal reasons on why you vote the way you voted. I mean, what you think about Donald Trump unsealing the CIA files from Martin Luther King and JFK? Guess what? Joe Biden didn't do that. I would love to see what really happened with
I,
Dr.
I
King.
I think personally, I guess I would say I'm indifferent on it, but
How you indifferent
I
on it?
think I think it's going to be because I think it's going to, what I personally think, because even now we're in an age of technological utopia where we have information galore and people still don't take the time to do simple Google searches. We're going to get these videos from the 1960s, and people, it's going to breed more and more conspiracy theories. And I think more bad than good could come from it, because my issue is, and I'm glad that you brought this up, he unsealed the JFK and the MLK thing, but he ain't unsealed the Weinstein shit, because he was Buddy Buddy's best friend.
Bro,
If you want to
what the
unseal it all, unseal it all. Let everybody know everything.
what the
Don't
fuck do
just
I
pick and
care about
choose.
Harvey Weinstein? I don't give a fuck about Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, Epstein.
It,
Epstein. Not
I
Harvey
don't care
Weinstein.
about him.
Epstein.
I don't care if I had a choice between Epstein and Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. I don't care about Epstein, bro. That shit don't got shit to do with me. All right, my
I,
history. All right, Martin Luther King. You know why? Because our people came up here from the South. All right, the desegregation. Right. I don't know. You're younger than me, right? But my parents lived through segregation. My mother is a retired school teacher. I know Brown versus Board of Education. So when it comes to Martin Luther King files or Epstein files, I don't care about Epstein. What they got to do with me? I'm not going to no island. I don't run in no circles. Those are weird people that do weird things, right? I want to know about Martin Luther King. See, you want to worry about, well, man, if we're going to unseal, we got to unseal up. Who cares? See, this goes back to what I was talking about at the beginning. Everybody worries about things that are beyond their control. I don't worry about shit that's beyond my control. While you sitting there
I would
worrying
just.
about things that's beyond your control, I'm trying to figure out where that next bag coming from. I don't give a fuck about what Epstein and them doing. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in Bohemian Grove. I don't care. I don't care what Puffy and them was doing. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They can seal it, unseal it, whatever. Don't make me no never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think more bad than, like I said, I'm indifferent on it. I think more bad than good, because it's going to be a bunch of conspiracy theories. Why was it kept off all this time? Don't, like I said, the footage is going to be ancient, so that now there's going to be a shadowy figure in the back and all. I just feel like it's going to be, bad characters out here, doing whatever, because it's specifically about MLK's death. It's already been foggy because they initially lied, then it came. They sued the FBI, then they got the settlement from the FBI. So it is. It, who knows what the hell is going to come from it, when people get to dissect it. And I just think it's more bad than good could come from it. I'm just answering the fact that I just feel like I just feel like they're being transparent on certain things. To to me, like I said, that if I had to be honest about, unsealing the JFK and the MLK thing, it's just virtue signaling. Honestly, that's all it is, because it's not doing nothing. It's really not doing anything at all. It's not like you said. It's not affecting no one's everyday life. I'm big on the economy. I want to see our economy grow, because shit's fucked up.
It is?
Very fucked up.
How so? How so?
How is our economy fucked up?
Yeah, how so?
Because economists are forecasting in the next 8 to 10 years, our kids, or I think
Mm-hmm.
you don't have children, but our
Mm-hmm.
children are going to be poorer on
Mm.
average than us.
Damn.
That's a problem. That's a
Mm.
problem. Now, that's not going to be every kid. For those that are out here grinding and teaching their children, that's not going to be every child's case, but that should not be the average.
They don't
That
have to
the
be
next
poor, but
generation,
they don't have to be though.
they don't. They don't have to be, but if the government's decisions, financial decisions,
Okay.
economic decisions, are are setting them back worse, that
Mm.
is a problem.
Nah, that's your decision, big dog. If you don't want your kids to struggle to that, then you need to do something about it. Because at the end of the day, if you know that if they go out on that means you need to do something about it, big dog.
Everybody, everyone's not me and everyone's not you. Everyone's not willing. Everyone's not willing to go without. Everyone, like me, I don't take days off, man. Uh, I
Why
work
you worried? Why you worried about everybody else, bro?
because
They not worried about you.
unfortunately,
They not worried about you.
unfortunately, we don't live in a isolationist society. We not China. This ain't Xi Jinping. We not in China. That this is the United States of America. That's not.
All
These are
right.
the American values that I grew up with. That's these are the things that I espouse for the next generation coming up, the next man up, the person behind you. Not just my kids, but the
You
people, the initial people around you.
you
That's what it's
35.
supposed to be about.
You
Yeah, I'm
35, big
35.
dog. All right, check this out. I'm 45. And you know what? The older I get, the more expensive things get. Right? The older I get, the gap keeps going just like that. What a person earns versus the cost of living, it gets farther and farther away. It's not like this no more. It's going like that. As time continues to go on, it's going to get wider and wider and wider. All right. So you're worried about your kids, right? Right.
Yeah,
And it's a high possibility that when they get older, it's going to be hard for them to survive. Houses are going to be more expensive, so on and so forth. So you know what? That's why you got to make sure that they straight. If you know this, right? See, this goes back to what I say. If you know this already, then that means you need to get to work. Because you can get these assets now cheaper and give it to them later. So they don't have to struggle to obtain them. This is why our parents, when they were buying homes for $30,000 and $40,000 back in the day, these places are worth $200,000 and $400,000 now. And then when they, God forbid, when they pass on, all those investment properties and things like that, you're gonna pass them down. So
but that's not
if
what's happening though.
no, well, I can't speak for what your people did.
Uh, most
I
people,
No, ain't no most people
most
nothing. Most people that were boomers invested,
they did.
and one of the
Okay,
things was real estate. Now the millennials, I'm a Gen X. All right, the millennials, not so much. Z, not so much. One is because they don't got the mindset to the work ethic, and two, um, part of it is the their wages and what it costs to live. That's an issue too. So based on what you know, based on what you're forecasting, which I know what you're saying is it's going to go in that direction because I've seen what has happened in the last 40 something years. That's why you have to do what you need to do now to set them up.
listen. A lot of people bought homes like like hold on, you from the crib, right? A lot of people in Chicago own brownstones, like in also in New York, got those
Mm-hmm.
brownstones. And when
Mm-hmm.
the housing market crashed and those balloon payments came up, they let investors come in and, all right, well, I'm gonna pay what you
Mm-hmm.
owe, give you a little 20, 30,000 off the top, and they
Mm-hmm.
let them swooped that asset from up under them,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't get to reap the benefit of that $30,000 home now being
Mm-hmm.
300,000. The
Those weren't
investors
boom.
did.
Those people didn't. Those weren't boomers. Those were people that bought in the early and mid 2000s. Those weren't people that bought in the early 90s. Those weren't people that bought in the 80s. Those weren't people that bought in the 70s. Those were people that bought in the early and mid 2000s that got fucked in that 2008 shit.
Mortgages are 30 years, 20 years.
Listen,
Those people did not just buy in the 2000s, dog.
yes,
They
they
ain't just
did.
buy in the
Yeah, yes,
2000s.
they did, bro. My OG bought her house in '92. She didn't get fucked in that shit. She didn't have nothing to do with that shit.
Not everyone, not everyone did, because a lot of people were kicking the can.
Those
They
were
were just
people
kicking
that
the
was
can.
bad. Listen, those were people just like a lot of people went to jail for this PPP. A lot of the guys that I know some guys that went to jail for that mortgage shit. They was fucking people over. I know people that was buying
Yeah,
those homes. An investor was going in, buying, sucking out all the equity. Listen, hey, I got this house for you. Let's run your credit, blah, blah, blah. I got this house for
yep,
you. I'm gonna give you
yep.
30,000 at the closing. They taking the equity out,
Boom.
they giving a part of the equity, and they financing the money that they gave them at the closing. Stupid black motherfucker just saw an opportunity to
Tricked out
get a
the
house
spot.
and they was finna get 30, 40,000 at the closing. They fucked themselves over. So man,
Yes.
it wasn't no, the motherfuckers fucked themselves over. The wasn't people that was buying homes in the night. The motherfuckers was buying
But
that
they
shit
didn't fuck
in the
but they didn't
2000.
know
Cause
though.
well, here's the thing. That's why you educate yourself. And when a motherfucker waving something shiny in your face, it's a reason they waving something shiny in your face. Motherfucker, when you know a motherfucker to close on the house and get 30, 40,000 at the closing. Yeah, come close
Listen,
this house. I'm gonna give you 30, 40,000 at the closing. Stupid motherfucker looking
listen,
at the 30, 40,000 at the closing, not understanding that the equity done been sucked out and that money you get, you financing that shit. That's some dumb shit. So they got what they deserve because they did some dumb, ignorant shit. When are you
I
gonna buy a house and you get a kickback at the closing? What type of shit doesn't that like ring a alarm or some shit, bro?
to me,
See,
yes.
you wasn't
To a
old,
lot of the
but are you educated enough to understand what was going on? Because I was in my 20s when that shit happened. You was in your teens. You was in high school.
yeah, I didn't understand it then, I understand it now. And there were people that were the age you are now and older that were just uneducated and got their homes just took from up under them. Uh, they, they were believing the investors, they were believing in these real estate agents, and they got tricked about their spot. Cause you ain't lying. Back in the 80s and 60s and 70s, home ownership was big. That's what we did.
And here's the thing. That was an overlay for the underlay. Cause guess what? I know people. My cousin, he came up off that shit. He was buying two
I,
flats. He was buying two flats here for 20,000. 2011, he was buying them for
killing them,
20,000. Short
killing
sales, cashing them out. He's selling those properties
them.
now for 500,000.
Crazy. Goddamn. Wish I was a little older, man. Goddamn.
So here's the thing. I came in the moving business at that time. Killed them. I was able to take advantage, unbeknownst to me at that time, on unfortunate situations like people losing their homes. That was just moving companies and storage facilities was coming up. At that time, it was just, you know what I'm saying? So here's the thing.
Yeah.
People make money on people's, bad
Misfortunes.
situation, misfortunes, right? So that's just the way the shit work. It's your job to make sure that you make smart decisions out here so shit like that don't happen to you. But a situation like that presents opportunity. All right. That's why
That's
you have to
true.
make sure you have cash on hand. I didn't have cash on hand at that time because I was at the beginning stages of building a business, right? So I missed that opportunity. But there's going to always be opportunities. And if the market crashes, who cares? Who cares? You know why? Because it presents opportunity. This is how the rich get rich. This is how the rich stay rich. The rich don't buy like what you would buy as a consumer. The rich buy in times of most people's unfortunate situations going on. This is when the rich buy. This is when the investors buy. Some of these things are probably created. Some of these economical collapses are created so that these opportunities can get presented so that these people can buy. So I don't look at it like how you look at it. When you talking about the economy, all right, well let it crash. We've been holding on to this shit for some years now. We ready to go ahead and you know pick up some pieces. It is what it is. We know what we
I,
call it.
I,
We call it a bear market, and we love. See, let me explain something to you. When people are fearful, we get greedy, and when people are greedy, we get fearful. So when people are fearful, the market crashes. I'm greedy because while you was out doing all the dumb shit and you lost your shit, now I'm finna come scoop it up for fraction pennies on the dollar. Thank you. I appreciate you. Keep buying these Hellcats. Keep doing all this dumb shit. I need that. So when you just lost your crib, come see me in about a year. We finna do a full gut rehab, and then I'll put you in there as a tenant. Now you can pay me rent on the spot that you used to own.
I just, I just,
See how that sting a little bit? Did it sting? But see, that's reality, big dog. So you can sit up here and worry and shit, or you can worry about yourself and your loved ones
listen,
and prepare yourself for what's about to come and be in a position so when it come, you got cash on hand.
listen. I respect that, and you're right. I'm gonna grind for mine. I'm doing well, and I'm gonna continue to do that. No financial advice. This market keep crashing. Little Nvidia looking real nice right now. But I'm saying that to say my kids may not be me. They may not be hustlers like me. They may not have. They may not have my. They may not have my go out and get it. They may not have that. You know how many million people have millionaires and their kids end up being fuck ups, drug addicts,
All
goof
right.
goofs.
Uh,
Like
Well,
just because
so what I'm saying?
just
What's the so you still gonna have to take care of them, big dog.
what I'm saying is it would, I think, for society as a whole, it would be better if a large portion, 30 to 40 to 50% of the population didn't have to suffer for 30 plus
Bro,
percent to rise to the top.
bro,
Unfortunately, that's the sad reality. But I wish it didn't have to happen that way.
here's the thing, bro. In 45 years, I've never seen things get better. I've only seen them get worse. I don't care which president you pick. Every president, things have gotten worse, bro. If things have gotten, I haven't seen any, and no, I can't think of anything where things have gotten better. Houses are more expensive, food is more expensive, clothes are more expensive, fuel is more expensive, crime is worse. People do dumb shit now. People don't even respect old people and kids. So from crime to the cost of living, everything is worse. Nothing is the same. Shit only gets worse, bro. It has only gotten worse. Technology has advanced, but technology has its good things and its bad things. Technology has helped things get worse, but it has also helped things get better. But for in the grand scheme of things are worse. So you know what we have to do from a financial perspective, you have to make more money. You have to make more well sound decisions. You have to teach your kids to the best of your ability. Can you hear me? You there? Or he froze? You there? We lost him. Well, he froze. I don't know what happened. Well, yeah, big dog. You back? We lost him. Well, you can call back if you can hear me. You can call back. We lost you. I don't know, man. I don't worry about everybody else. I got myself to worry about. Big dog, you can click the link. Oh, there you go. Yo,
My fault, it cut out on me.
it's hey man, you got to worry about yourself, big dog. But it don't seem like you really got an issue, bro. Like you came up here like you had an issue, and you really ain't really got no issue. I thought you had an issue. I was looking for an issue. You just want to talk.
Nah. I had an issue. I mean, we hashed it out. Wasn't nothing crazy.
I
I
didn't
don't.
think it was an issue.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't.
think you. I
You
think
know,
you
I
got a
just
different view on the world than me. I don't think you really like. You don't really. I don't think you really understand how shit work. Where you from?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, you did say Pittsburgh. See, so you ain't. You probably have you ever had a like has it have you had tough times and shit like that, like life and shit? How'd you grow up? You grew up with
Yeah.
both parents?
Nah. Grew
No.
up single mother, projects. Mother got us out the projects, moved us to the better side of the hood.
So you know what your issue is? You got like a lot of love in your heart for like humanity, like the world and shit like that, which is good. Like you want things to like kumbaya and shit like that. All right, that's what you want, right?
There's a way for us all to win, and
No,
especially
it's not,
I,
bro. It's not. It's not.
there's a way for us all to win.
It's
And
not, bro.
unfortunately, especially in the black community, it's always the crabs in the barrel mentality. We always got to win off of the backs of others.
Here's the thing,
We
bro.
always we got to stand up on someone else's shoulders to prop ourselves up.
It's
And I'm
not,
I'm
bro.
sick of
It's
that
not.
shit.
It's not, bro. Listen, it's not. If it was enough, it would be enough, but it ain't enough. The economy don't work if everybody's on the same level, bro. And it sounds fucked up, but that's just the harsh reality. We need poor, we need middle, we need higher. You know a problem that we
That's
got
true.
now. You know the problem that we got now is that they don't poor people now they don't want to face the reality that they poor and do work. They want to be poor, but they got the mentality like they balling. That's one of the main reasons that I think they let the migrants in to do work that people don't want to do, because the work that we need people to do, Americans to do, they don't want to do it because they feel like they deserve more without working for it. Everybody can't win, bro. If everybody won, who's going to do the things that you don't want to do? Everybody can't win. It's not enough for everybody.
I understand.
And the crab in the
I
barrel
understand.
thing, hold on, the crab in the barrel thing, that's something you just gonna have to deal with, especially in our community. Here's the thing: you gonna feel it the most when you make it. See, misery love company in our community. As long as you fucked up, then everybody cool with you. The moment you get to that barrel and you trying to climb up out that motherfucker, and you make it up out that motherfucker, they gonna want to pull you back in. So I get free information, and guess what? People get mad at me. Oh, you soapboxer. Instead of shutting the fuck up, sitting your ass down and listening to this free information. You want to sit up there and feel jealous and envious because a motherfucker is doing better than you. That's what it is.
And that's the issue
Uh,
because the amount of wealth at the top, it doesn't necessarily need to be. It's so concentrated up top, and even the middle is looking more like the poor. The poor is too poor, and the middle class is struggling so much,
So what do you do,
so
bro?
much, and,
So what do you do? Cause
those are decisions outside of my control, unfortunately.
how, how they outside your control?
As far as for everybody, yeah, that's outside of my control.
What
The only thing that I
why
could do is get to it, grind. That's all I could do for myself is get to it and grind, and just get to the work, make smart
why you
business decisions.
all right? So why are you worried about it, big dog? Why are you worried about things that are beyond your control? Here's the thing, bro. It's 24 hours in a day. Get to it. Here's the thing. I know shit is gonna get worse. I'm telling you. Just what you saying, I know it too. But see, the thing with me is I'm not gonna sit up here and worry and worry about it. You start making decisions for it ahead of time. I get a kid, right? There's a hop. I understand if I have a kid today, I'm probably gonna have to take care of that kid for the rest of his life. If that kid is able to go out and sustain on its own, great. But here's the thing: I know the way the world's going based on my 45 years of living, that it's going to be a struggle. So if the child goes out and they try and they fall, guess what? I have to be there to lift them up. If I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to have it. See, I know this. I know it's going to get worse. So I'm already prepared to take care of that child for the rest of his life. I'm prepared because I can see what they can't see. They're not even here yet. So if I know that I'm in a better position now to set that kid up than they'll be to set their own self up then I have to start preparing for it now.
I understand that, but with all due respect, at least maybe this is just a cultural thing from around here. My success is built off of their success. If I didn't prepare them to go out into this world and succeed, that is my failure just as much as it is
But see, you
theirs.
contradicting yourself. Because here's the thing. You said when you first came on earlier, you said it's going to be tougher for them.
It is, but that
All right,
don't mean
so
it's
so so
impossible.
so it doesn't mean if it's possible, but if you know it's going to be tougher, then you should be setting them up for success and setting yourself up for success so that if they go out and it's hard to succeed, it's hard to buy a home because listen, it's hard for people to buy. You got married couples right now, they can't afford a home and they make combined making $200,000 a year, right? So what do you think is going to be in another 20 years? All right. So if you know that and you know assets are cheaper now than they will be then, and you know there's a high probability of them, having a hard time trying to get ahead, even working a career, wouldn't it be in your best interest to start the process to set them up so that they don't have to struggle? Or if they do struggle, you have the means to alleviate some of that. See, instead of
Oh
worrying
yeah,
about it, get active.
oh yeah. No, no, that stuff is already got that. Me personally, I already have in motion. My my sentiments is that everybody, I can't expect everybody to be me. Everybody ain't willing to get up. I just went
What does that
when I
got to
say
do with
no days
anything,
off.
bro? What does that? What do you keep saying it? What does that got to do with anything, sir? Who is everybody? Who are we talking about here?
The general public.
Fuck them.
The people,
Listen, listen. I need
in my community.
fuck them. Listen, if they don't want to do, I need some of my necks to step on. I need some people to step on their necks. I need some people to live in these, pay these rents. I need some people to deliver me my groceries, my food. I need people to bag my groceries. I need guys
See,
at Discount Tire to
see,
change my
this is why
tires.
Buddy
I
took your
need
package.
people. No, he took my package because a migrant and he thought it was sweet. Here's the thing. And it sounds harsh. It sounds harsh. But you have to understand that the word competition, it's a word for a reason. If you were got in the trucking and you were running OTR, every load that you trying to pull off the load board, you're not the only person looking at that load. And whatever your cost is while you're negotiating with the broker, he puts you on hold. Another person said cost for that same load, and he just takes it at what it was posted for. So while you worrying about everybody else, there's somebody out there looking to take what you got. And they're taking what you got because you worried about them, but they not worried about you, big dog. See, I once thought like you too, but what I don't understand with you is you 35. I realized this shit in my 20s. Everybody can't win, bro. It's going to be people that got mindsets that just ain't going to never materialize to nothing worth it. It's just what it is, bro. So those are the people that, you can say unfortunately if you want to. I don't think it's an unfortunate thing. It's just what it is. This is America. The country is weird. This is a capitalistic society, and it's just what it is, bro. Now you can, you know, be this, guy that wants, everything to be good, the lilies and the roses and everything. You come out and the sun is shining and shit like that. Well, let me explain something to you. This is not the way things work, bro. If it's me and you, sir, and there's something there, I'm not gonna like, well, you know what? I don't have any children. He got children. I'm gonna let you have that. You already know how I feel. It's FTK. I need to go get that, sir. I'm
I get
sorry.
that, but the low does not need to be as low as it is, and
The what?
specifically in our
The what?
community,
The
the
lows.
lows don't need to be. Yeah, the lows in the world, the financial woes, the lows, and especially in our community, that is the problem. Too many people trying to fuck over the next person just to get a little bit better and still be fucked up themselves.
What does that got to do with you, bro?
And
What does that got to do with you?
well, well, most people when they acquire success, they do it with some help.
Bro, everybody, listen, you don't make it to the top like by yourself. Everybody is listen, let me explain something to you, bro. You wanted to start that business. You didn't start the business, right? Y'all would have scaled the business. Guess what? You would have had drivers, right? While the drivers are
Yep,
out there working, guess what? You're making money. You hire more drivers, you're making more money. You hire more drivers, you're making more money. Guess what? Now you're well off the backs of their labor. So, like, what you're saying is almost hypocritical when you were looking to come into a business where you're going to be making money off the backs of someone else's labor. That's just the way things work. Someone's making money off the back of your labor. You're a bus driver. If you start a business, you're going to be making money off the backs of people's labor. This is America. This is a capitalistic society. This is the way things work.
when
That's
I'm
not
talking about
it's not an unfortunate thing. It's just what it is, bro.
what I'm talking about is in our community specifically.
Oh god.
Yes, someone you're going to make. I understand how capitalism works. Is that you are going to make funds off of the backs of someone else's labor. However, other communities seem to help each other, while
Mhm.
we don't.
Okay. So what am I doing right now talking to you at 3 in the morning? And what was I doing before I started talking to you? And what did I do the other day when I was talking to this fucking guy Daniel and telling him what he need to do? And all the time I talk to him, right? What do I do every time I go live and I give all this information that I've acquired over experience, years of experience, trial and error, which cost, right? and business education that my mother had to work to pay for me to get. I didn't get a fucking scholarship, and I'm sitting up here giving this shit away for free. So that's not true. There are people that give back. It's just our people don't want to receive it. All right. So that's what it is, bro. Our people want this. Those quick 30-second reels, get an LLC, get your truck, go rent a truck, DOT, MC, all that
Yeah.
shit, and then they go do it. So this long form shit that requires processing information, taking it, going and doing your research, no.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, like you can help who wants to be helped, bro. Yeah, the Koreans do it, the Chinese do it, the Arabs do it, the Pakistani, they all come and then they take back. We don't do that because we can't get along. So you can't change something that's been broken for years. That the reason why it's broken is because of shit that happened 400 something years ago. We were conditioned to not like each other. It's not something that's going to change overnight. It probably won't ever change. So while you trying to figure out why we just can't all strive for this, that, and the third, it's gonna be that one guy from your community that it is. And guess what? He gonna get up out that gym. He ain't gonna never look back.
Yeah, well, I was one of the one. Well, I don't want to say I made it out just yet, but I'm out basically, and I just, I just hate that it seems like or feels like or you know I try to bring people on, or like I said, when it came to doing the business, try to put my man's on. We do it together. He, he was listening to the content creators you talk about. Oh, it's just going to be easy. It's going to be quick, and I'm like, that shit don't sound right. Don't sound right. And I had to pivot. I had to pivot because I had mouths to feed, and I couldn't just sit around and, like you said, mess with a low board and inconsistent freight and getting burned on getting paid. I ain't had time for all of that.
All right.
I definitely wasn't built for it. I was on a
All
truck for about 1 year, and I said, yeah, if we ain't gonna start a business and make this profitable, we can't make a plan to make it profitable. I can't do this.
right. Well, man, it sound like you really ain't had no this don't smoke. You just I don't know, but I mean we it just gets we got just two different outlooks on life, bro. I just I'm I agree with what you're saying as far as the future, but I just think instead of talking about it and worrying about it, you should be putting forth a plan to alleviate a lot of the pressure that the future may bring if you're not prepared.
I understand. But thanks for having me on, man. I truly didn't expect to get hit with the link. That's the last thing I thought I was gonna get hit with.
No,
But
no, you left a comment a few weeks ago. I read it. I
oh
know who you
yeah,
are. Yeah. So here's the thing.
I watch.
I don't forget nothing, big dog. I don't forget nothing. So when now I seen you in here, I said, "Come on up." See, me, I'm not scared to have conversations with people. I'm not afraid. A lot of these content creators, they don't want to have conversations. They worried about a person, looking, making them look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shit like that. I don't worry about shit like that because I don't say shit. I don't misspeak. I'm well versed in the things that I talk about. I'm not gonna talk about nothing that I'm not well versed in. I'm not gonna give nobody an opportunity to come up on my channel and make me look crazy. Now I make some other people look crazy because they try to talk about shit that they don't know what they talking about. But I'm not gonna allow nobody to do it to me. I know how to play the game. So I talk to people, big dog. So you welcome to come up. You got any grievances? We can come up and we can have a conversation.
No, that's the only thing I had to say. Like I said, I tunes in. You know, I drive for about 9 to 12 hours a day, depending on what day it is. So these live streams get me through my night.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad I can help you. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you want to talk, man, just hit the link. That's all. We here.
All right,
We
man.
here,
What?
big dog.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, man. Be safe.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This concludes After Dark with Mark, Ep.4. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.